here. That's Anders. But Anders, you were touting every unknown team at the start of this tournament, telling us all to watch them as well.
Yes, and you know, I also said Bob XD was going to be amazing. So you know,
to be fair, Eyeballers did very well, right?
They did very well overall.
They could have been in the semi-finals today.
They could have been, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. For me, Astralis are winning the whole tournament. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to put that on the record. Astralis winning this whole thing, picking up the trophy.
You said that from the start.
But we'll see how they turn up today. I hope they can show up, and it looks like we are ready to go on Dust2. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a semi-final? I know I am. And it's going to be 3D Max taking on the mighty Danes here as we get into Dust2, picked by 3D Max. As I mentioned, I consider this make or break. If 3D Max can't win Dust2, call it over, Anders. There'll be no chance on Overpass.
Well, we're going to get some early action. They've thrown that Xbox smoke from outside of B, though. So already they're playing some mind games. Yabi is here. He wants to see. He's not feeling anyone. There's no pressure on Catwalk right now. So he might already be calling out, saying, you know what? Yes, that smoke went up, but they're not putting a lot of pressure at the moment. Hiding inside of the Masuta. He's actually walking up. He goes out of the smoke. If Yabi had stuck around, well, either he would have been killed or he would have a very good timing trying to catch them coming out. But regardless, they've gone from upper dark into lower and then back through their own smoke on the Xbox to hit that short position. And Marco with the opening kill of the semi-final. Exorcist follows right up. And Yabi's the one to go down. The bomb is going to be planted here. This was a bit of a slow burner for 3D Max, but it was perfect precision. They found where they needed to. The bomb is down. They lose Lucky early on in the retake, though. You got to think of Astralis. Can they actually do this? It's
a long, old retake. Everyone coming in from short. It starts with Exorcist spotting them and dropping off as well. They just need to rot the clock here, play the C4. The CTs do not have a kit. They have Julies. They have Fuzi on low HP. Oh, he's gone now. Same story with Rio, and it's a very, very convincing pistol victory for 3D Max as the French dominates the opening round here. They've played much better Counter-Strike at this tournament. It started off a bit slow. We were worried for them. Pretty much everyone wrote this team off coming into PGL Bucharest. They struggled against FOKUS, actually lost that game, lost them out to Voca as well, but then they woke up, taking down Bait, ParaVision 2-0, which is a massive upset, Anders, to be fair. I feel like they just kind of said, you know what, if we're not going to play our own brand of Counter-Strike, why are we here? We started seeing them just play very chaotic, in your face, and getting at that Mac 10 for Gravity seemed to have activated him somewhat as well.
Yeah, speaking of Gravity, he is going out long with the Galil, and Astralis are ready on the other side. They've got a flashbang, and we'll see how this one works out. A lot of 3D Max players here. I, by the way, think this is the key to defeating 3D Max on this map. They have such a huge reliance on these long pushes. I think it's the core pillar that they do well. So if you can shut this down, not in this round with a flashbang and a USB, but in general, their T side, the over-reliance on pushing long for 3D Max is kind of wild. It's something like almost 20% of their rounds is this kind of a long execute. Now, their win rate on is about 70%. That's really, really high. But again, if you shut it down, I feel like their efficiency on the other strategies falls off a lot more.
Well, we get into the first gun round here. That was a bit of a formality. The USPs, not really much to report. Not many casualties to 3D Max. They'll enter with the aforementioned Mac 10s. We only have one helmet out there, Anders. That really is an issue. I know you and I mentioned the helmets much more than any other commentators, but right now it is a real big deal. There's two Mac 10s here. We'll be clearing out the mid-double doors for Gravity. It does give you a little path as well. That Molotov, you can actually get out with it. Smoked off towards CT spawn. Yabi's there, realizing he can't allow all that control to come through. They will retake middle, confirming that no one's made their way through the double doors. There's going to be two players on that side of the map. Flashbang comes through as Lucky will lead the charge. Confirming there's no intel for the CTs, at least in that area. Still a very difficult round to hold on to if you're Astralis right now. It's going to be Stare, the star player of Astralis. Who would have thought that would be the case a few years ago?
Look at how much they're focusing on long already, Astralis. I think they've done the exact same analysis. They're worried about this long position. They're in fact wrong, because 3D Max are much more angling for a B split, coming with three people out the middle potentially. If they pull the trigger right now, the rest of Astralis are far away. HooXi, he could go for a flank, but I think he's going to be too late at this stage. Smoke is up, flashes are in. FOZE gets the first one. Yabi trying to see if he can fall back. He's now alone inside of the bomb side. That's not good news. See if they figure out where he is. He's got about 18 bullets left. They should know he's in the corner still. And he's going to spray another one down. HooXi gets a kill. And Yabi, he's done enough. He's bought the time. I don't know how this didn't work. 3D Max, they had everything going for them. Just down to Exorcist. He's 7-1 now as he goes down, but he couldn't win that clutch.
Very, very important round for Astralis to pick up there. Quite a technical one from 3D Max. Plenty of smokes and presence shown towards A. The backstab from HooXi pushing in towards those long doors, finding a frag as well, just as they commit towards the mid to be split. We got a kill through the smoke, courtesy of FuZi, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So that certainly helped things out. But that was a precarious round, to say the very least, focusing on the rifles instead of the helmets. That's a kill we didn't see on screen, but yeah, that's definitely going to help you out. He gets 2 through the smoke.
No way.
So a bit of a gift there. They managed to get through the MAC-10s, and we go 2-1. Well done, Astralis. But the real gun rounds begin here. We've got the AWP on either side of the server. Maka versus FuZi on Dust2 is going to be a great battle, let me tell you. And Dust2, it's a spawn-based map. We've got those spawns, and out long we go.
They love this long. Again, I think Astralis know it. They have 3 people at the start of it. It's about 55% A long for 3D or for 3D Max. It's about 55% A bomb side, 28% B. So they have a massive over-reliance on this site. I'm sure HooXi knows it. I'm sure they've done the research.
So they've committed all 5 players here, which suggests that you will not be falling back and trying to reset this round. You're going to try and slowly but surely park up your AWP player, execute him towards A, and contact frag in towards the bomb site. HooXi, though, trying to hold onto his smoke. You can drop a smoke in the middle of long and delay as long as possible, but he wants to hold on to it.
This is potentially fairly dangerous. He thinks he's doing a shallow peek, but if Maka goes in on the other side, it's a really wide peek.
That's a very good point. Here comes that smoke I was referencing earlier. Lands in the middle of the long position. Means it segregates the fights. Anyone who wants to creep forward, just like that, will be by themselves. Gravity flashed off. Very good flash, but HooXi's got vulnerable targets now. Gets himself a nice double. FuZi once again. Absolute BS through the smoke. Finds him a 4-on-2. It's lucky and Exorcist remaining. 35 seconds on the clock. Astralis have this one in the palm of their hand. It's down to Exorcist to try and save the day.
I think the research here for Astralis is giving them so much to work with at the moment. See if they can bring it back here on the French side of things. Yabi, he has been on a world tour. He's come up long now, and they will be able to shut it down. Rio gets the other one. I do want to point out, Yabi, before he got to that long position, he was checking top mid. He went back from that, checked lower and upper dark, and then he came back to long again. So while all of this was happening, HooXi was getting flashed in. Yabi was just looking everywhere on the map to see if there could be a potential fake or a late lurk or anything like that. So a lot of work for Yabi before he gets that flanking kill.
Frustrating finish for the French there. You get all that long control, 5 players alive, no damage taken, and you don't even get near the bomb site. Very convincing victory for Astralis. Nice work from HooXi. Double flashed in to get that double kill.
It looks so obvious to me that Astralis have had this conversation going into the game about this long position. They know everything they need to right now. The real question for me is, can 3D Max come up with something new? Again, their B attacks just, I think, aren't that impressive, but they obviously they could do it. The B splits, a lot of other teams, that's their bread and butter. They'll do the B splits and they'll do short executes. I feel like most top teams on Dust2 right now, that's where they do their work.
I don't think you can even justify a partial investment here. It should be 3-2 for Astralis all day long, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. We have a couple of games to bring you today. This is the first of 2. It's going to be 3D Max versus Astralis in this semi-final. We have FUT versus the MongolZ later today. For now, though, Astralis definitely the favorites. This matchup has happened a few times this year. Astralis always take care of the French, no problem at all. So we're expecting the same today, but as I said in the pre-game, it all comes down to Dust2. If 3D Max can somehow get this map over the line, they have a real chance of taking the series. I don't think they managed to hold their own on Overpass, but on Nuke, that's a good map for them. I think they can fight back.
Yes, and I think it's important to reiterate what you brought up earlier, which is the fact that Astralis are shaky on this map too. They make mistakes.
Yeah.
This is not some sort of a prime map for them. They played quite a bit, but they still have a lot of things to iron out.
Like I said, at Pro League, they took down Spirit 13-2, but it was one of the worst-looking Spirits we've seen in a while.
Sure, yes.
They went on to lose it against FUT and then Aurora in really convincing defeats. But for now, as we mentioned, it is the full eco. CT side for Astralis going well. After losing the pistol, they will find themselves with a 3-2 advantage on their opponent's pick of Dust2. Maka, the last player remaining, Glock in hand, bomb down in front of him, 40 seconds, just hoping an over-aggressive CT will present themselves, but this is looking very nice now. As I mentioned, losing the pistol, getting 3 in a row, 5 players surviving their Anders, bank accounts swelling at this point. Going to be feeling very comfortable with the finances, and you've got 3 AK-47s in the hands of Ryu, Stare, and Yabi. It's going to be a difficult recovery now. I don't think we can buy the AWP on the T side here. So they're going to have to dig deep in the strat book. This suggests more defaults, trying to get basic map control, executing in towards A, or the aforementioned B split. If they get a nice long spawn, they'll definitely take it. We'll see if Maka decides to operate in that manner. He's actually going to be setting up the double doors hinge smoke. So in that comes. Lands. And Yabi's going to try and use that to get towards lower.
We're on watch for those smokes. Oh, yeah, he steps into the Molotov, so they're going to hear that on the other side. He has to back on out. Still a cool idea, though. Don't hate it. Only one smoke in the middle, so as you could tell, it could be blown open by that single HE.
Oh, nice damage. Yabi, after getting his toes burned somewhat, offers up some in return. Take gravity down to 61.
Here's something to flag before we get to it, potentially. If 3D Max go for these B splits later on, Astralis is one of the teams on the CT side that have really started to bring back what used to be a very, very meta boost in CT spawn, where you boost up on the box.
Sure.
Astralis is one of the teams that are doing it a lot more than other teams recently, so that could be a potential weapon for it. But right now, it's pretty default kind of setup here. FOKUS, you've got to assume, going to get flashed off this position. Could have had a bit of luck with him, but not going to connect with anybody. And again, we got FOKUS out on long.
45 seconds remaining here. The objectives of the default complete. You have short control. You can go mid to B, or you can execute fully in towards A. They have one single smoke remaining, though. Incendiary down. Shaves off 5 seconds off the clock here. Looks like we're going for an A attack. The one smoke we talked about will be used to fake towards middle. That's going to flash in towards A-Anders and hope for the best here. Here we go.
I don't hate it, actually. Everyone committing to it. FOKUS there. They got the AK with Stare on the ramp. 19 seconds on the clock. That's the real issue here. Getting slowed down. 3D Max, okay, they're going to get rid of Stare. So now they get the bomb planted. It's a bit worried that we're going to get locked into a fight there for way too long.
No further utility on the T side now. Similar story for the CTs. They have one incendiary, a defuse kit, and one flashbang. That's it.
And that incendiary is far away. It's on Ryu, who's now walking in the middle. Yabi, if you go down here, it might be very tricky to go for the retake. They've got a lot of money on the CT side, so they want to still give it a look in, but they are getting shut down. Misuta with an important kill. Exorcist gets the next one, and Ryu, you're never going to get up that ramp, and he knows it as well. 3D Max, keeping it simple, but I like it. There was a bit of fakery in the middle, but apart from that, straight up.
Basic approach. Yields a nice round there. One smoke down towards shore, couple of flashbangs over. Nail your jewels. They didn't have the AWP to work with there, but it will be tied up at 3-3. As we mentioned, though, oodles of cash for Astralis as they call their first timeout here. They'll save one AK-47, so need to decide if they're bringing out the AWP on Dust2. FOKUS almost certainly will. But 3D Max tying things up right now. We'll see what their call is going to be now that they have the AWP within their ranks. Very important round in terms of the finances for both teams here as we do fully invest. Opening map of this semi-final. Astralis are the favorites. 3D Max, no one even expected them to make it to the playoffs. They felt like a dead team walking before this tournament began. Started off with that way as well. The opening results sucked. But all of a sudden, they found some form. And here they are in the semi-finals looking like they're quite a deadly squad once again.
Yeah, because this was a team that everyone said, this is the gateway to Tier 1 Counter-Strike. 3D Max is the team you have to beat, and they took down so many teams that were trying to get in there. All of a sudden, they started losing to them instead, and it felt like they'd kind of lost their identity a little bit. Seems to be back. Exorcist out here. I think they're just faking this long push. Which
yeah,
again,
bombs going back for T-spawn.
Yeah, they do it so much. That's obviously another way you can use that.
They're not biting back on it too hard. We talk about reactive CS on Dust2. You've lost that long territory, but we can see there's a lot of presence in towards lower. Yabi, they have a full utility belt, AK-47 in hand. Getting further and further into the tunnels here. Gravity might not have any idea.
Oh, wow.
The timing could be amazing.
It's so ridiculous. They were looking for him, and now they're not. Ryu on the other side, and Yabi! Oh, the damage here to Misuta as well. The grenade almost might do it. I think it bounces off the wrong way.
You can just fall back off this one.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate timing there for Gravity. The moment he disengages from the angle, that's when Yabi peaks. He's got a push coming in from upper B as well. Astralis clamped down on them, and that's looking very promising indeed. Round pretty much over. Not impossible to win this, I suppose. It is a 4-on-2, but Misuta down to 21 points of health. The new boy who's had a great tournament, to be fair.
We've said many times now, the headline for the tournament has been who can make the least mistakes.
At this tournament especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for Astralis, this is an opportunity to make mistakes. If you start fighting now, for some weird reason you wanted to push, I mean, FOKUS, is a really great leader, and I expect that he's going to be calling the troops back and reminding them, just don't do anything crazy here. But we see many teams at the tournament do that in exactly these kind of moments, and that's exactly how you lose the rounds. They're going to save it out. I do like another aspect of this in 3D Max. I think apart from the fact that they use their initial long utility, which again, they do so much that Astralis are going to be on high alert for that kind of stuff, so they use that as a fake. And then the fact that they leave XCCs in the pit, sometimes if the CTs will do like a late retake of long, having that pit player that's suddenly there could just be very good. But none of that works out. They get caught in upper dark instead. The timing for Yabi was just ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sweet as an up. Astralis not taking the bait, knowing they like to hit that long position, but this time a bit of tomfoolery in the mix. They get the long control. It's always XCCs on those lurks. CTs react nicely, get in towards lower B. Let's get information elsewhere before we take the bait that they're going for another long attack here. Money's still okay for 3D Max after saving a couple of players there. We've got the AWP still for Maka, but it is going to be a Tech 9 for Lucky and Gravity on that Galil. Trying to get some lower B control, but that might be a little bit harder than you might think, because even while fully blind, FaZe pulls the trigger and takes Gravity back to Earth.
That's very nice, Henry.
So, you love to see that. Bit of fortune there, completely blind. Times it well. And what can you really do with this one? You got a bit of utility remaining. Looks to be a mid to B split potentially here. We've got the bomb and 2 players by Xbox. Could vault up and go towards short, I suppose. No one in towards upper B. Suggests that might be the play. Boosting on up to short.
I don't hate it. Sometimes all you need for that short play to work is, one good shot, AK or AWP. Currently HooXi, that's on the ramp this time.
Oh, nice smoke.
Yeah.
Just when you're thinking about doing a mid to B.
Yeah, and that's really going to slow them down, right? We're already at 40 seconds. What's the play here?
We've got one player with T-spawn, that's Maka. He's hoping that HooXi or someone will push those long doors, but no one's coming. I think they've run out of time. I don't think you can do anything with this.
I'm so worried as well. The fact that Maka is this far back.
Like, what do you do?
You're
20 seconds, I think you have to save.
You lose Gravity at the start to the boost with like a blind kill, and that's it. The round's over. That's not encouraging. There's got to be a plan B here.
Well, there was not. That is it. They're definitely saving now. I guess they realize that we're not going to win this round. That smoke, I think, confirmed it. From the CT side towards double doors.
You're right.
As soon as that came down, they realized if we run through that, we're dead. It's over. And the vibes are immaculate. Astralis are feeling themselves. FaZe is a great character. One of the best signings of the year, in my opinion, Anders. Not sure if you disagree, but I feel like 2026.
You're right.
He has brought this squad back to life. Super likable. Ryu coming in as well. Not as much of a character, but a safe pair of hands. And it feels like Astralis have gone from one of the most hated organizations and teams to one of the most beloved right now.
They don't need, with Stair playing as well as he is, Yabi starting to look like his old self again a little bit more. And then FaZe on top, you don't really need more firepower. You need a stable player in Ryu. Like, you just have to, someone that could just play the roles. That's fine.
Someone who does what they're told, fits into the HooXi system, doesn't have an ego. Yeah. And I think he ticks all those boxes.
Because, not to throw all the blame onto Stown, right? But when they had Stown and Yabi together, like they had, and Stair, they had a lot of firepower, maybe more even, but...
And a lot of emotion, I suppose.
And a lot of emotion, and it was too much. Like, it couldn't be controlled in one way or another. So yeah, this is good. Timeout's been called. It's 5-3. I don't know if it's timeout or tech timeout, but regardless.
It looks to be technical from my POV. No one's chatting, at least. So yeah, a slight technical issue. Rad is joining us. It's been a long old tournament here at PGL. Lots of best of threes in the Swiss system. We're here in the semi-finals, though. Lots of great Counter-Strike. Lots of exciting series. For a studio event, I think it's delivered on all fronts. Bear in mind, $1.25 million prize pool as well, Anders. Like, this is no
joke.
It's no joke at all. This is a massive tournament, and with the major around the corner, great signs of what these teams are hoping to deliver with that around the corner.
I think one of the cool things about this event has really been, because it's on the other side of the VRS horizon, it basically means that we're allowed to see all these teams that maybe we wouldn't normally see. Normally, you would have Mouse, and you would have Spirit here, and Vitality, and all the rest of it. But because they're focused on the major instead, this is kind of, you get people, you get Wildcard in there, you get FOKUS in there, and it's been such a revelation. And these teams, they shoot really hard, and you can tell that they are, you keep following them for another couple of months. You never know what's going to happen. It's a rare treat, I think.
Absolutely true. There's been some very impressive surprise packages at this tournament. I think FOKUS is a great shout, although they fumbled a lot of their huge advantages and
they did.
Big rounds they should have won. You could see the fundamentals were there. You could see what they're bringing to the table. They've been a team for 2 months, and in the future, they are going to be deadly. They have got all the right pieces. They just need more time. And I'm not even saying that ironically like I normally do. They actually do need a little bit more time to tidy things up.
It is the meme, though. You're right.
Yeah. But, Eyeballers especially making a huge name for themselves. Arguably should be in the semifinals today as well. But still, very impressive that JW made it to a playoff.
It is, yeah. He managed to pull off an ace against Astralis as well. Like he looks like he's fully back. Maxter had some crazy stuff happening on Ancient.
He wasn't really on my radar before this tournament, but my God, is he ever now.
And speaking of FOKUS, right? Like Jorko is out there. I think he's 17.
Smashing desks and that Muay Thai maneuvers with the elbows.
Yeah, first land that I've seen him, he was already making memes for himself.
Yeah.
No, it was great. I think it's been really fun. Sometimes you end up with the same matchups for like a bunch of tournaments, and it can get a little bit stale, So I enjoy this aspect of it. We're still waiting on the tech stuff to be sorted out. Don't know what the issue is yet, but we'll figure it out soon enough. I'm curious what 3D Mac, the fact that that smoke, I understand the smoke was well timed.
Yeah.
But that seems like a level of indecision on the 3D Mac side that has me worried.
Yeah, it felt like they didn't get what they were looking for. They wanted a duel along. Astralis denied it, so they got that long space, but no one there to really do anything with it. And then as soon as they were smoked off, it felt like the clock had rotted down so much, losing gravity as well as normally your point man, normally the guy running in first. It just felt like with a Tech 9 and a Galil and a 5-on-4, 30 seconds. I think it was the correct choice, just to put that out there.
Okay.
It's just like, it's an underwhelming way to finish your round. It doesn't garner momentum. It kind of actually starts to make you think the team is shrinking and they're a little bit lost. But we'll see what the next round has in store. A player just dropped out the server, so hoping to get him back on relatively soon. They do save 4 weapons, of course. I mean, look at it now. They've got 2 AKs, the saved AWP, a Galil, and a Tech 9 for gravity.
I could throw this in the mix, Henry.
Go, please do. For
the second half, if you're a 3D Max fan, you're thinking, oh, it's a bit rough, it's a bit of a bumpy start here. When they get to the CT side, Gravity, his best position on any map, it is going to be the Dust2 A rotation.
Okay.
He plays well. Body also has his position on Dust2, which he plays very well too. So both 2 players on that side, very highly rated, playing CT side. Hey, that's pretty good.
I hate to say it, Anders.
Go on.
Body not in this team anymore.
Body's not in the team. You're right. How did I? Well, if they had him, if he's in there, Henry,
I couldn't just let it sit there.
No,
I appreciate it.
It would have been funny if you kept me going for a while longer.
I know.
I wish he was. That's why.
We have to have one of those a day from you, but it's okay.
It was the counting yesterday.
Yes.
I said with great confidence, first team to 15 in overtime. And I was just a confidence today.
Yeah. No, he did leave before this tournament. It's Masuta now, who has looked very good overall.
I'll work on something else tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll do something there.
Yeah.
We do have a third place decider, right?
We do have a third place decider. And speaking of which, at the PGL Singapore Major, there's going to be a third place decider for the first time ever.
You're right.
At Majors, which is pretty cool.
I enjoy that. And they put the horizon for the US a little bit closer to the event, which I think is also quite nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it means tournaments like this that are quite close to the major actually have significant impact, rather than it being cut off halfway through.
The drama stretches further, towards the major. I think that's quite nice. I
feel like, the VRS still has its flaws. We're still seeing teams exploiting certain rules and regulations, like Liquid, for example. Just doing what they can to make it to the major is fair enough. Not really criticizing it, but I feel like we're still kind of fine-tuning the VRS system, but it's getting better and better with each passing season.
Maybe with that extra time in the calendar to make maybe they get Body back so I could be less wrong, Henry. How about
that would be nice.
That would be nice.
That really would do you a favor.
You did say that you actually liked him on this team, though.
Yeah, I thought he was the vibes guy. And right now, they don't really seem to have that hype man. I think Maka can provide that, but I thought Body was a super stable. I think you mentioned as well, French teams, we know they're passionate nation.
Passionate.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe there was something going on behind the scenes. Maybe
I mean, it used
some
to
interpersonal issues.
used to be sort of the joke in early CS:GO that those French teams, they only lasted like 6 months, and then something would break up. And even though they were really good, like they were powerful teams, but
no one expected much from Masuta, but he's had a really impressive tournament.
Yeah.
He's not like a new player, fresh off of an academy team. He's been around for a while.
nobody in fairness except Striker.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
No one expected much apart from Striker, but he has looked very strong. I think this is like your final call-up. He's always been a bit of a journeyman within Counter-Strike, like always regarded as a decent player, I suppose, but no one that's ever considered a star or anyone that's really going to be mentioning him on the analyst desk. But he's proven that he's been in the lab and grinding. And nice pickup for 3D Max. And here they are in the semi-final. No one expected that. Maybe towards the mid stages of 2025, you'd say you would expect 3D Max to make it to a playoff or quarterfinal, but here in this season, no one thought they'd make it this far, especially at their opening games. Some terrible, unforgivable losses, but it seemed to light the fire beneath them as we are just getting ready to get things underway. If you're just joining us, it's the first map picked by 3D Max, winning the pistol, but then Astralis fighting back and looking solid on the gun rounds here. It's currently 5-3 as Astralis, as I mentioned in the pre-game, if they win Dust2, I don't see a world where 3D Max can pick up Overpass.
It's 5-3 with 3D Max winning the pistol round.
Yes.
Pretty worth, putting that in there.
It was a pistol round with a 2-0 start. The third round for Spy, remember they had M4s with no helmet up against 2 MAC-10s.
True,
Very scary round. Astralis managed to win that pretty convincingly, so they've done well. Since then, there's been one round picked up by 3D Max, but so far, so good for Astralis. An inconsistent map, to say the very least. Dust2, sometimes very good for them. Most of the time, very bad. They can get some great results in it. But as I mentioned, in EPL, they took down Team Spirit at 13-2. We thought, okay, this is the real deal, Astralis now. Don't mess with them on Dust2. But then they went on to play Foot. I think lost 13-2. And they went on to play Aurora and lost like 13-7. Maybe I'm getting the scores the wrong way around, but you know what I mean.
Roughly there.
So yeah, it's one of those maps they either turn up and do very well on, or they just completely collapse. Right now, though, it's looking like they're turning up nicely after losing said pistol, and we are getting ready to get back into the action. But bear in mind, there is more action around the corner here. We have 2 games for you. We have the second semi-final of the day, which will be Foot versus MongolZ. MongolZ yesterday, we thought they had no chance, Anders. One of the craziest games we've probably ever commentated.
Yes.
PVISION up 9-3, T-side of Ancient, just running rings around MongolZ, and then the Mongols switch over and get 10 rounds in a row on their T side.
That first half, the entire MongolZ team was just hooked up to the Game mind machine.
Yeah.
He just knew everything. Like, he'd read all their thoughts in real time. He literally knew everything that was happening on the map. It was the most commanding T side I've seen in a very, very long time. And we thought, well, that's it. We're sort of laughing our way through, saying, obviously, PVISION, they'll get the rematch against Foot in the semi-final. It's pretty much all laid out there. And then they won exactly 0 rounds in the second half. Like, I still can't even really comprehend it.
10 in a row.
Yeah.
And there were opportunities as well. And it wasn't like there was like a litany of mistakes coming in from PVISION and then throwing rounds. It felt like they were stolen away.
Yeah.
Like individual greatness from the Mongols. Like some unbelievable sequences, crazy shots, one taps. Like they allowed MZNeo, who was having a terrible map, to warm up enough into the game to start finding some impact towards the end.
And Techno.
Yeah.
Really good.
9-10 was great throughout the series, but what an amazing game. One of my favorite maps of the tournament so far.
Must be, yes. And also because it's this insane clash of styles that was happening. It's the vibes-based Counter-Strike of the Mongols versus this very, very almost a military system that they've got going on over on the other side. Oh, we're back.
Podcast concluded.
There we go.
You've got all the updates you needed here at PGL Bucharest 2026. We're getting into round number 9. Astralis with a firm grasp of their CT side right now after losing the pistol. They're up to 5-3. It's going to be FaZe on the AWP. Maka going to be boosted up, looking for any sort of short aggression, which could be coming. HooXi's on his way. They have a Molotov short. They actually want to invite this sort of push to come in. Oh, God, you're right. 2 players taking max damage.
That landed right on top of them, and they don't even get the pick-off that they were looking for here. It looked like HooXi was going to walk into it, but he's a little bit smarter than that. Again, they're jumping up in their own smoke, just like in the pistol. Oh, and they're absolutely blasted.
Get out of there, HooXi.
On that catwalk. HooXi with a double. You'll take the Molotov damage falling back from this one. Again, Astralis, really hard shut down here. And they had FaZe out on long, which allows them to have all this mid-presence.
They don't even get a look in. I think the nade already decided the outcome of the round.
Oh, no.
Like, once you go down to half HP, like, you can't win any duels at that point. And HooXi, not known for the headshots, he just needed a couple of body shot spray downs, and there it is.
And after such a long involuntary timeout, you come back and you're like, okay, guys, let's go. We're ready. Yeah. And then, boom, the round is over.
So, 5-on-2, 45 seconds. This is safe territory, I'm afraid. Astralis not the sort of team to make mistakes. HooXi's got them well drilled. I don't think anyone will be trying to hunt them down and try and get some territory here. You can see we've got a 3-man setup towards A, 1 in CT spawn, 2 tucked away in B. No one's trying to inquire about trying to take down the AWP. Let them keep it. We're going to keep our money strong. This could be a long old save here, and there's nothing to do, nothing to say but crawl back to T-spawn and hope that no one's coming for you. Now, with the timer running low, Astralis will start exploring the options of the hunt, or at least trying to find those AK-47s. Okay, yes, that's going to be the aim of the game here. And finding AKs across the map, seeing if they can scoop up a couple of them. But there it is, round over, 6-3. Utter domination there. Well played by HooXi, changing things up, leaving long pretty much vacant as using that Xbox smoke against them. He tucks himself in, a perfect grenade from the bottom of middle, does over 100 damage. And that was courtesy of Yabi. Just to know, he threw that nade. He's up to 106 utility damage as we go into round number 10.
That's so hard to deal with. I feel like for 3D Max, it's hard to lose rounds like these where you don't even get to test out a strategy because you can't even cross it off the list. You can't say, well, that kind of work. You don't even discover anything about the defense either. You just lose before you get close to it. So another one down the drain as we go into round number 10. And this time, there is going to be a lot of conversation from the coaches here as well. 3D Max, they need more rounds here. I think they need to get up to something like 5 here in the first half before things feel a bit more comfortable, perhaps.
3, make it 2 AKs. It's not as bad as I thought. 2 AKs on the CT side. But money starting to collapse here. They get maximum loss bonus next round. They'll take a partial buy around the AK and the AWP. Can Maka find any sort of impact to open things up? I don't think so. We talked about that long control. They love it. But the CT's willing to retake it, Randers. They're going to be flashing over. And it's going to be Masuta fighting back. He'll find HooXi at the very least. There's still a couple of targets to deal with here. But Yabi gets himself a double. It's absolute chaos towards long, but a winnable situation now. Gravity down to 66 points of health, but ultimately it's 2-on-2. They'll smoke the crossover. There's a backstab coming in here from Ryu very quickly. Oh, there's a gap in the smoke. They know it as well. Have to waste some time to get themselves across. Popping it open. Perfect play from FuZi, who's got another HE to work with as well. Well read from Maka. 1 versus 1. It's the Orbs locking horns here.
Yeah, there's another grenade that lands. The other one is already gone. Not that Maka knows that. The repositioning here for
He's
FuZi.
going long.
Yeah, this is so smart. Maka's spending all this time. He thinks he's still in the battle against someone who's in CT spawn.
He might go B.
Yeah, you're right. That actually could be a really good play. That'll kind of give him some of the power back in this round. Tech9's out. He actually stole that at the end of the last round. Otherwise, it would have been a Glock here.
FuZi's coming. I don't think he has the timing, though.
Close. I think he's going to be just around the corner. My God, that's close, isn't it?
You know he's going B, though. If he's not here yet, you're going to assume he's actually made it to the other side of the map. So advantage Maka gives himself a very nice plant. Bomb goes down. Penny drops. FuZi just wants to know if he crosses the double doors. He gets that intel. So now he can reposition. It's going to come down to this shot. And I think Maka will just take it cleanly towards the doors and hope he wins the fight.
He's got a smoke, though. He's going to flash his way through.
Good flash.
That Tech9 stolen can actually kind of make a difference. We'll see if he hits the shot. Oh! FuZi!
Owned.
In the window. Absolutely owned him.
Yeah. Couldn't have played that any better, quite frankly. Like the way you drop that smoke, and it disallows the first shot, but you throw the flash into the smoke, completely blinding Maka. He has to disengage from the angle, allowing you to go through window. You know he's towards the tunnel. You saw him cross over. No one's going to be holding Carl Van Orp. And then you can peek and have the advantage, nail the shot. That is a beautiful round from FuZi.
Yeah, he pushed,
everything about it.
He pushed him exactly where he wanted him to be.
He forced his hands. And shout out to Yabi as well. Didn't think he was worth 2 here, but takes him to town with that AK-47. FuZi, bear in mind, brought her into the 1v1. Nice read from Maka to catch the rotating flank. But yeah, FuZi, that is a masterclass in clutch from the Swede. We go 7-3. That was the partial buy. Comes down to a 1v1 to be fair, but oh, this is a bit messy. Gravity completely alone. Did he have a Mac 10? I'm going to go check. Maybe he was doing one of his wild maneuvers.
Yeah. either way.
He had an AK. That was just I noticed a bad play. One player going out there with a couple of flashes. Not really sure what you're hoping for.
I think they're getting a bit desperate here on the 3D Max side. And said from the very start, that long positions where they do a lot of the work, Astralis have comfortably shut it down.
Look at this setup now. Yabi to take all the aggro for Ryu, who's tucked away. They don't really have the resources to flush him out. You can feel them coming. Ryu waiting for his opportunity to swing, or if they run past.
Smoke is up as well on top of them. They're trying to run out, but they can't really see everything. You're absolutely right. All the attention's there. HooXi and Yabi will do the rest. Astralis, they are making quick work of this in the first half of the moment. They're up to a solid 8 rounds right now.
I'd like to see the replay of the opening kill. Maybe it was just a complete blind kill and Gravity got unlucky, but I just don't know what the intention is. You send one player out with those flashes, you're suggesting like everyone's coming behind it, but if you just kill one and there's nothing in return, no one jumping out the doors behind him, you know it's a fake. You know they're up to something.
Yeah.
And he just goes down cleanly. Like, if that's the call, it's just not a good one.
That's been, I guess, like some of the sub-theme here for the first half has been there's not a lot of plan B for 3D Max. Like, either the first thing works or they shuffle about, they save a bunch. Like, it doesn't seem like they know what they're doing next.
Because you haven't pulled anyone away from the map. If he got one kill, I suppose, but it just didn't seem like it was even a challenge. It felt like such a clean kill from the CT side. That's why I said if I could see it from his POV, maybe give it the benefit of the doubt. But final round of this first half, it's going to be Astralis. They could even bring out a double AWP setup if they wanted to, but they've got so many AKs in their ranks. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Might as well bring out the double AWP. You could juggle it over to B for the first encounter, I suppose, and then have a rifle with you. That's an option. That's
a level of luxury that you don't always get on Dust2.
I don't know if they're going to do that, but we'll find out.
Maybe they could get the auto sniper, Henry. I know you've been asking.
They won't have it equipped, unfortunately. That's the problem. The loadout system just doesn't really allow it.
Yeah, I think you've brought up this point many times that it's just
Valve,
get rid of it.
I might make a tweet one day, you know?
Okay.
Maybe I'll make a tweet. Just say, we've got this new Anim Graph update coming.
Yes.
Let's just get rid of the loadout system.
Yeah.
If we want every gun to be viable, let's just be able to purchase all the guns.
I agree.
Because no one's got it in their loadout. So the auto sniper is never going to be used. So even if it would be viable and you're running away with the game, you've got plenty of money, you just don't even have the option to buy it. Doesn't really make sense. I don't think the loadout system has worked as intended.
I saw Simple recently bought the T-side auto sniper on Dust2 for 1 round.
That doesn't surprise me. He's the kind of guy that would have it equipped. I guess you just sacrifice the Krieg and
something like that.
Yeah, and then you have the auto sniper. So T-side, it makes more sense. Not so much CT side. You need the FAMAS, you need the Scout, you need the 2 M4s, and you need the AWP.
Yeah.
There's no slot for it.
Yeah. That's where we are. 3D Max in a lot of trouble. If they get 4 rounds, Henry, is there still a fight? Is there still a chance for 3D Max to come back?
It looked too deflated. There's a chance to get this round, but it's like, I don't know. They don't seem up for it. It feels like they've already kind of given up. If that's what they're bringing to the table in that previous round, that's what the strap book's got to offer, I would say probably not. And that's if they can even get this last round. Another match pause, allowing them to stew in their juices, because unfortunately, you can't chat in these technical timeouts. You just have to sit there thinking, well, we haven't really turned up today. We've won the pistol. We went up 2-0. We've won a single round after that, which was pretty scrappy, playing towards a B-bomb site. But let's have a look. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve, a bit of magic left in the 3D Max tank. But let's have a look at the scoreboard while we got the time here, Anders. We'll see who's turned up, who hasn't. Yabi's looked very good. He's had a great season, in my opinion. I think he's looked fantastic, revitalizing his squad. 11-6, or 11-5, to be fair. And then everyone else hovering between 5 and 9. FOKUS with 9 kills. He's had some massive impact, especially in that 1v1 where he played it to perfection.
I think Yabi was ultimately the guy that saved Astralis on Ancient against Eyeballers.
Yeah.
I think without him, they actually don't make the semi-final at all. So
he's a rock of a player, super stable. But even if he has a slow start, he has got great mental fortitude to bring back 0-10 score lines and even end up top fragging at the end if it goes to overtime. Like, he always finds a way to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yabi, one of my favorite Astralis players. And Stair hasn't had to be the star of the show. He's 5-4 right now. Everyone else turning up. Look at the 3D Max side of things. Apart from Exercise, everyone else has 4 or 3 frags. So Exercise is your lurker as well. He's not finding the big impact kills. I think he got 3 kills on the pistol.
That's true, yes.
I don't think he's really had much impact either. Just waiting for this last round to come in. We'll look at the money, I suppose. I'll try and bring in every bit of information I can. Max loss bonus, $3,500 per player. You can't afford the AWP. You can't really justify AKs across the board. You're going to be Galils, 1 AK, a couple of pistols, basic util. And at this point, I think if you get the long spawn, just take it with 5 people and fully commit to the site. Or you just go for a fast mid to B or a straight up B rush. Those are your 3 options. You can't run a default with this sort of weaponry. So I feel like those are the 3 things I'm anticipating here. I can look at their spawns, actually. There's something. That's the next thing I can do.
That's very good, Henry. You're doing a lot of work right now.
They haven't got the best long spawn. Masuta has like the 3rd best, so that's not really an option to go for the long take.
You know,
they have got very good B spawn. You could just go for a straight up B rush here with the little guns. We know they're good with Mac 10s. I would say that's probably where they're going to lean towards.
There's a very rarely used now, and maybe because it doesn't work all that often, but some of those mid rushes you can do, I think, are quite fun to watch.
Yeah,
they're hard to pull off, obviously, because you're gonna have to smoke it off, and you have to run for your own smoke to get out there with the flashes and everything. So not easy to do, but it's cool to watch.
You mean when you like jump down suicide, I can throw a nade, and then smoke goes down, and you're going through. It's definitely cool. That's the kind of strategy you need to bring out.
Okay,
now. You do need to. Because you just don't have enough resources or firepower. You need to catch them off guard, overwhelm them, and hopefully get an opening pick. We need someone like Gravity and his Mac 10 to do something here.
That was such a fun talking point when he was bringing that up. I think it was one of those Inferno games where he bought it. I think he had like 12,000, and he just kept buying the Mac 10 anyway.
And was finding double kills at the top of Banana against full buys, even with helmets.
Yeah. Just made it work somehow. Introduced a level of chaos into the game that was kind of hard to overcome.
But the thing is, once you're found out and they know those are your plays, it only works for so long.
Yeah.
It only catches a few teams off guard. Yes, I'm bored of this as well. I'm talking absolute shit right now. So let's we're hoping to get back into it.
That was the problem that I had with this T side from the beginning, right? Is the fact that they are so reliant on that long push that you don't have to be a genius to figure out that, okay, well, we'll figure out how to shut this down. What is the next step? Like, what are you going to do next? And I don't think 3D Max have the answer at the moment, unfortunately. All right, HooXi is also running thin on patience. This is nothing. These guys, they should have been here at the start of CSGO when we were DDoSing lands still, Henry, if you remember.
When we were DDoSing lands.
We had hour-long breaks for
when we had the friendly chicken join the server.
Exactly.
Remember that?
It's been so much worse.
That was fun. The friendly
These
chicken.
kids don't know, Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
That was good.
We had to keep the pro players off Skype because the IPs would leak, every single time.
Yeah, a few leaks from Skype over the years.
That is true. Very true. Here's a thought. The T-side win rate for Astralis, they played this map 301 times in the last 3 months. The T-side win rate is about 36%.
Wait. They've 301 rounds.
301 rounds.
Okay,
yeah.
Not
maps.
I was going to say that's not
I know
possible.
I said body is still on 3D Max, so I'm glad you're checking.
Clarify.
That's what you're here for, Henry, just keeping us sane. But apparently, we are going to head to a bit of a break, Henry.
Okay.
Before we get any further. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with the action once all of the problems are solved. So don't go anywhere.
See you there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the semi-finals here at PGL Bucharest 2026. It's 3D Max taking on Astralis. We're on the first map, first half, final round of said half. It's been a very flat performance from 3D Max. Astralis, normally quite shaky on Dust2 Anders, look very strong today.
Yes.
They need this last round, but the resources are low. We talked about Gravity needing a Mac 10. We need some sort of pop play here. We need a set piece. We suggested going towards the B bomb side, trying to make their way through and opening things up with a crazy sequence of events. We'll see if that comes true as FaZe takes the first shot towards short. We've got Yabi in towards lower. Flashbang's coming its way, and the first kill lands in his favor. Make it a double.
No way!
9-3 looking very possible here.
There's fire everywhere around him. Incendiary in front, Molotov in the back, and somehow he still picks up a double. That's a lot from a position where he was never really going to get out alive.
Still a chance in the round with the recovered AK-47, to be fair. Ryu in a nice position, looking for one kill. Maka, just the contact play, the spacing is terrible. If he goes down by himself, the round's over.
Yeah.
Thankfully, baits other shots, and, well, FaZe will find him. This is so disjointed, and this is pretty woeful stuff.
I can tell you don't like it, Henry. The results, they tell a story on their own.
Your big play was walking one player in with no trade potential, with no smoke down at the doors. You're just hoping no one would be there.
You've effectively won one rifle round on this map.
Yeah.
That's it. So I could understand your disappointment. I'm a little bit disappointed myself.
It's going to have to be a hell of a flash. Doesn't land. FaZe should hit this all day long. Yeah, that's round.
Wow.
Not the semi-final we are looking for. I'll be honest with you, 3D Max have had a terrible season. This is the one tournament we thought, okay, they're turning things around. But this particular showing on their map pick, after winning the pistol, being up 0-2, you'd think, okay, now we're on to something. They pick up one gun round, and that was it.
Where's the 3D Max from that MIBR game? Because I had MIBR winning that game really hard. They looked like they were ready to go.
Yeah.
And 3D Max beat them, and I give them a lot of credit for that. I think that was really cool. They played some great Counter-Strike. They looked aggressive, but now it's pretty flat. 9-3. Again, I will say, the C side here for Astralis is not amazing. So
okay.
If 3D Max can win the pistol, I don't think it's over.
If there were some more close rounds, though, like in some clutches that fell apart, I'd kind of be with you. But there was, I suppose, that 1v1 between Maka and FaZe.
That was sick, yeah.
That was the closest round, but FaZe absolutely owned it. Can't stress that enough. That's a great round to analyze after this one. Just the way he played it and the way he guaranteed the victory for himself made it impossible for Maka to do anything with it. But that said, though, we go into a pistol round here. Goes without saying. We'll say it anyway. 3D Max have to pick this one up. They've got themselves an incendiary, double A cheese. Whether they're going to double nade the doors or nade lower B is yet to be seen. Double
smoke. So that means they can smoke the long cross and wait and do it again. They can bait out the utility from the CT side, in theory. Assuming that they can even get out here. Exorcist, that's a nice shot. Now, could he escape? He's sticking around. He knows if he runs, they're going to catch him anyway. Oh, he's so flash. And he does go down. The smoke is already up for the cross. And this is where I said, now the CT utility's there. They could, in theory, wait it out. But
for HE.
Oh, yeah, they're ready for more, in fact. I don't know where the other smoke went either. Flash is going over, and Astralis, they commit to it the first time around. Bomb being planted as we speak, but Masuta gets one. A bit of a jumping attempt. That's risky. FaZe with another kill. It's down to Hoaxy, though. 1 versus 2 with the Glock. He should be dead. He's run out of bullets. It takes some time, but they find him. They win the pistol. The first step in the right direction here for 3D Max.
Needed that, but still a lot of work to be done. The bomb gets planted. There will be a force buy in the second round.
I think the first shot that Exorcist got killed one of the smokes that they had, and they never picked it up again. Not that that necessarily made all the difference, but it's just they had 2 smokes from the start. Ryu, I think he had one of them.
No, they threw 2. There's one towards short as well.
Oh, it's one towards short.
Yeah, they threw across. Yeah, you can see it down the right-hand side of his screen.
Perfect. All right,
one crossover, one is short.
Beautiful. Thank you, Henry.
But it is pretty convincing in the end. But as I said, force buy almost guaranteed here. And we have got a decent long spawn. Not going to be necessarily brute forcing their way in, but the grenades pretty much nullify Yabi's round. Surprised that he's still alive here. They know there's 2 players now towards that blue position. It's going to be lucky to find one towards short. That's Hoaxy. So looking comfortable here. Yabi's low, 5-on-4 advantage.
out long and quite possibly locked in. When this happened to 3D Max, they did it, or when it happened to Astralis, they did exactly what 3D Max are doing now. They went to investigate to find out, is there anyone lower dark, anyone anywhere else? And then they committed to the A defense. That is what the French are doing right now.
Smoke for the crossover. They've confirmed there's no action towards lower or middle. Oh, it's really nice play, though. In front of the util, just as the CTs are repositioning. Here comes the backstab, though. The round is still alive. Lucky. Full speed ahead. Got to get past his scout, though. Misses the shot. Does FOKUS. Definitely can retake this one. You're not going to be saving here. Another shot doesn't land.
I don't like that they planted not for short. They planted on the wrong side of the box here. So if they get pushed back onto short, they can't really stop the defuse. It's a bit of an awkward plant right now. FOKUS doing the best they can to slow them down. MIBR on this side. Oh, and he wins that first fight. That's not bad. Now FOKUS down, but Ryu here. Okay, he's got an incendiary. They have a smoke on the other side, though. They can put it up. Anyone going to smoke this? There we go. Lucky 10-second defuse. If he was on the other side of the box, he could fight through this, but there's nothing he could do right now. Has to back on out. 3D Max, a very important round.
Thankfully, they had that smoke. If they don't, that's 5 seconds taken off the defuse time, and I don't think they have enough to actually win the round there. So with the bomb planted at AK surviving there and 3 kills picked up, I dare say Astralis at least consider buying into this again. You know you've got them at breaking point. So we'll see whether they want to bring in an extra bit of spice here in round number 15. So yes, indeed, they will be buying. Even more potent than before. 2 AKs, 1 Galil, upgraded pistols, helmets, utility. So a lot of pressure here, and we're going for a set piece out of spawn. Mid to B smoke will be set up by Ryu.
They love doing this, but with a really heavy mid presence. Doesn't look like that's the case right now, but just to say, something Astralis favor a lot on this map is running 3 people out middle for these kind of splits. Right now, they're all in upper dark.
So it's going to be a B pounds with FOKUS locking out middle. Crisscross smokes. He'll throw the one on the left.
Nice.
Ryu will throw the CT spawn smoke from outside B tunnels, which has gone down.
Okay.
FOKUS will try and maintain aggro towards that side. It all comes down to this. Gravity gets the incendiary down, but they're going to push through that, and it's going to be pretty convincing so far. MIBR double kill. That should be enough to win this one.
Yeah.
Bomb goes down.
Incendiary is scary for that moment, but it did its job just fine. FOKUS lurking in the middle still. Ryu trying to find anybody. He knew that Gravity was in that corner somewhere. MIBR. Oh, one more bullet would have done it, I think. He's so low on health in this one. Ryu's going to go down, and FOKUS not long behind him. A couple of players there very low, but MIBR with a very respectable double kill as they were trying to get through the incendiary is enough.
Nice idea from Astralis, but it all comes down to that incendiary. Forces the duels. You did so much damage before they could even find you. And then you had MIBR at the back, providing the covering fire, getting the double kill. Rock solid. That's more like it. This game is back on now with no bomb planted. Still going to be partial buy territory, so we'll see some upgraded pistols, maybe some Kevlar, but overall should be 9-7 here. Smoke down towards the double doors, no damage on the cross, and aggressive in towards lower B, and that aggression pays off. It's going to be lucky to open things up.
3D Max started to show some more character.
Yeah, this is more like it.
Yeah, Gravity's back with the SMG now. He's out running and shooting. Nice shot from Ryu, to be fair. But, yeah, they've awoken the French, is what it feels like. This is great news. There wasn't really much of a semi-final we had going on. It was getting kind of a bit stale there in the first half, but it's all changed now. FOKUS getting shut down. For my money, I think that I think the key to victory, because I don't love Astralis, their splits on B, and I don't like their long execute side. I think short is the position that Astralis need to focus on to win this. I think they're really good at taking those fights against the A-bomb side. So we'll see if they converge on that idea a little bit later on. They haven't really had much of a chance to fight with the rifles. They're going to get it here again.
We take a tactical timeout. You can see Rugger trying to calm down the stress levels of Astralis. They've lost 4 in a row. Felt like we should already be done with this one. 9-3 a half. Lost a pistol. We had a couple of force buys that came down to the wire. Didn't quite work out, but you're dead on. This is more like the 3D Max we know and love. Getting aggressive, getting stuck in. 2 players fasting towards lower B, securing the round early. And now they've got a nice financial status going forward. A 2-round game. All of a sudden, this one gets interesting.
And they got more of their individuals activated. MIBR is supposed to be their best player on Dust2, and he's starting to show that a little bit more. Lucky up there as well with 10 kills. Marker out long. Okay. Orb shot doesn't really work, but yeah, Yabi, look at what he's selling.
This is all a bit of a ruse. You smoke in the crossover, you molly the car, the bomb's in upper B, and they're transitioning over. They're trying to maintain 3 players over towards the A bomb site right now. They are feeling the pressure. They answer back with that long smoke themselves on the CT side, trying to slow them down, and it means there's only 1 player in towards the B side right now. Gravity watching towards middle, and they're waiting for those reactions. We talk about that on Dust2 all the time. If you lose territory, you have to explore your options elsewhere. Yabi won't be committing much further towards long. He's holding off rotations now. Smoke goes down towards the tunnels.
Oh, it's deep.
Way too deep, though. They'll still call it off. I was going to say, like, with that deep smoke, you could probably pop that open and give it a good go. But for now, going to be resetting.
I feel like they had their opportunity, but now you got 1 more player inside of the B bomb site. Let's see if they go back to the tried and true heavy out mid. They do love it, yeah. So 3 people stacking up in the middle. I think this is, again, this is what they do a lot. 40 seconds.
Going to be smoking the B doors, setting up the flashbangs here. Out towards middle. A traditional B split here. Nothing down towards CT spawn. They're willing to take these duels and they'll find Lucky.
That's so unfortunate for Lucky. He might even have been expecting that a smoke would have gone up.
Back towards short.
They're back on short. Marker, he might be the only one that can stop this. They don't have a Molotov for him. He gets the first. He can't quite land the second.
Got to go through.
15 seconds. You're right. They've got no time. Incendiary down in front to try and slow the plant from ever happening. 9 seconds now. There's still bleeding players here. Just FuZi left, but I think he's out of time. He can't win the round any longer, even if he picks up the bomb there. Another kill. Just don't fight him, and you're going to be absolutely fine. Oh, that is a very close round. It's an interesting call for Astralis.
Yeah, lots of moving parts there. They were getting ready for that B execution. The deep smoke comes in. I thought they were to go through it, but they felt otherwise as they go back towards middle. Mid to B split. This is where it started to get the kill, and they said, right, we're going to go back up towards short, but Maka was there, opening kill, then the smoke gets dropped as well. It just gets very messy, running out of time. You can see them scrambling towards the A sites, and they'll save 1 AK-47, but once again, another partial buy here, a 1-round game. 9-3 lead, Astralis letting this one slip by. 3D Max already have awoken here as we get the smoke down towards the double doors. Maka has got the HE to blow it open if he wishes. There's no smoke down towards Xbox. Calling for a bit of backup from Masuta as well in CT spawn.
You said from the very start, Henry, for this to work out for 3D Max, they kind of have to win this map.
They have to win Dust2. There's no 2 ways about it. I don't think they stand a chance against Astralis on Overpass. Very technical map. One of their specialty picks.
Yes. So that's the context for this, but there is a prize at the end of it if they can get to a 3rd map.
They love walking out middle and challenging. Ryu's doing it again. He spots one but can't land the shot.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Sometimes you could get away with, especially early in the round, you get away with a little bit here, but he hasn't found anyone yet. Smoke's going to be landing on top. They're already on there. At this point, just go. We've already got everyone here.
But Mac is ready. He's going to get at least 1. Hits the first shot. That's your cue to go now. Shooting gallery in front of him. Pops in the flash. Damage converted. Yabi's Deagle known to be deadly. Need to trade here, but not going to happen. No scope from Maka. Excellent round from him. 3.5 kills as they tie things up 9-9. It's now wide open and anyone's game.
Well, let's hear what Maka has to say.
What are you doing? Fucking bot!
That's just made my whole day.
That's the 3D Max we know and love. They looked so out of it, so dejected in the first half. But now he's fired up.
You know you're in a mood when you're owning people in a round and you're still screaming at them. As you know, you're still just so angry.
Here we go.
I love the energy.
Gravity's found his confidence. Maka certainly has as well. Opening pick on FuZi, completely blind towards middle, but they can't capitalize upon it. Another flashbang. Gravity going out with the advantage there. Looking for 10 rounds here.
Oh, that's woken me right up, Henry.
That was 6 rounds in a row now for 3D Max. Looking for 7 and to take the lead here on Dust2.
Okay, we're back. The semi-final is back. We're in round number 19. Amaka, he's already got 1 kill now. He's relocated to the other side of the map. Let's see if Yabi will be ready. Scary angle when you're coming in from the T side here, and there is a backup solution as well. Even if you get Maka, are you going to check that close left corner? Oh, he's so good right now. A 2nd kill. And what's the plan here? You're in a 5-on-3. They go back onto the catwalk. Still think this is their best opportunity, but when you're 2 people down, it's hard to make it work.
That's absolutely true. Almost impossible at this stage. What are your options, really? Hope to catch a CT napping, but you've been smoked off. Good flash, but it's going to be Rio to open things up. Pressure for Maka now. Does he want to keep challenging and go for another, or allow them to have the ace side and they go for a retake here? Feeling a lot of pressure, but should be able to nail this shot. But HooXi, of all players, will find him the AWP. Oh, it's all starting to fall apart. It was looking so strong. It was looking so good. I think Ecstasy's caught jumping up there as well. A 5-on-3, Anders. Converted into a 3-on-1 advantage in favor of Astralis here.
That is, especially right after the war cry from the previous round, that's a bit rough to deal with.
Yeah, I want to hear the in-game comms from HooXi now. What's he going to shout in return?
Yes. He had that kill. Like, I know he was flashed macro on the first one.
I think HooXi got a jumping kill there. One of the players jumping up trying to deny the plant. I think HooXi hit him on the jump up. I think. I didn't see it, but that's the only way I could see that kill going down. Let's have a look. Hopefully we caught it, but...
well, he is the Giga Chad.
He
apparently
is.
AWPing now.
Couple of kills there for HooXi. A 5-on-3 they give up. That's the round. They get Astralis on the board in the second half, maintaining their lead here. Nice injection of cash. They recover the AWP as well. It's FOKUS at 17 kills. Felt like 3D Max were running away with this second half, but there's a bump in the road. See that round timeline.
Yeah.
On the top of your screen.
I love these graphics. Such a good way to remind exactly, how we got here. Okay, long push coming out, but there's 4 people on the side of the map.
Oh,
Max,
no
they're
way.
ready. How does he win that?
Double Molotov
down.
hit.
Yeah, ready for more fights here. Gravity, though, he's going to answer back. He's so flashed all the time. They just keep on throwing them over the wall here. Yeah,
3 bullets.
He taps him away. Lucky's dead.
He had to go for taps there. 3 in the magazine, had to go for the 1 taps and absolutely destroys him. Round's not over, though. Maka has been playing very well in the second half. They'll go for a round reset. There's been so much chaos along.
Yeah.
It's going to be making their way back through T-spawn. They know there has to be at least 1 A. So if you send 4 people towards B, you're walking into a 1v4 at most.
Yeah.
And that's if anyone's there. Most likely 0 players.
Yeah. The math is pretty easy. Even I could do it.
Even you could work that one out.
Yeah.
And for now, 0 players in towards the B bomb site. I think you just run in. You've got a low HP player. He'll just jump around the corner, just like that. And you should be good to go here. Unless something unbelievable happens on the cross, but they've got smoke for the doors. That's round. It's going to be 11-9. And bear in mind, they don't have loss bonus here. They've won a lot of rounds, but they have nothing to speak of in loss bonus. So there'll still be a buy going forward, especially with the save drop.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Astralis now, touching distance of the first map of their opponent's pick.
Did they have time to throw away any of the AKs out long? That would kind of be the icing on top, wouldn't it, if they'd actually tossed them over the wall somewhere? They did escape pretty quick, so don't know.
They had 4 players from the CT side to defend that long push. They had 1 flashing and 3 combative on the front lines.
Yeah.
Yabi, though,
Yeah.
God, is he good. Like, with 3 bullets in the magazine, understanding that he can't go for a burst, he can't go for a spray, only a 1 tap will do, and he absolutely nails it. Eviscerates his opponent on the other side. Astralis back on their feet here. Nice injection of cash, $3,500 extra for each player. But they will save the AWP and the AK-47 for Masuta.
Yeah. Channeling Scream, who's about to make a comeback.
Yes, right.
It's been a week for the Unks in some sense. Like, we've lost FaZe, but we got JW back. Scream suddenly back playing.
I mean, good luck to him. I love Adil, but it's going to be a very difficult climb back into Tier 1 for him.
Not many people could ever really come back after something like a long break like that.
Especially when you've been playing Valor in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Quite the transition.
Because it's not really the meta right now, having 1 player run around and 1 tapping people. It just doesn't really work as well. It's a much more technical game, CS2. And yeah, good luck to him. Wish him all the best. I'm sure he's still got it in terms of the aim department.
It's a story at least. This story is falling apart for 3D Max, though.
Crazy work from HooXi to open things up like that. Let's have a look at that tap. 3 bullets in the mag and had to go for it. Unreal.
That's a good spot. Okay. 11-9. 3D Max. They did save an AK and an AWP. They counter-flash it again. They want to fight for long, but then so do Astralis. They are ready to go out here once again. Gravity, he'll get the first one. Do they want to disconnect from this now? FaZe gets one more, but the battle just continues. Astralis, relentless as they get out long once again. Lucky is cut down.
Well, it's been absolute pandemonium here at Long the last couple of rounds, but once again, it's Astralis leaving with the advantage, but a lot of damage taken. MongolZ now needs to try and lock them in. Can't allow them to reset the round again and get towards T-spawn. He needs to close that door, close that exit. And I think he has done. He's top and middle right now. Leaving Maka alone, who has got HEs, flashes, and smokes. Will throw a flash over. Trying to puff out his chest. Another smoke comes in, though. He's going to have to vault up towards short. Drops a smoke to provide some cover.
Okay.
Gives him a nice angle here.
He's hoping that someone's going to make a mistake under the side. He's got backup with him as well. MongolZ, this is your time. He'll pick up 2 kills, leaving FaZe alone. 40 seconds.
Smoke going down.
Yeah, just evaporating in front of his eyes. Low on health MongolZ, so there is a chance to find someone in the smoke. Let's see. Oh, it's already gone now. He could just fight them straight up. He shoulder peeks it there. Wide swing, but Maka with the deagle. Well, not even the AWP. That was a must-win round for 3D Max. If they want any chance of winning the map, I think this one had to go their way.
Absolutely true. MongolZ stepping up there. Beautiful spray down. Confirms they weren't falling back from Long. They were continuing their pushing towards the A side. Connects up with Maka. Gets that spray down. And yeah, just utter chaos here towards Long. Felt like Astralis did enough to win this round in the 3 versus 2. With this kill especially. Finding Lucky. No damage on the cross. Round number 22, we're going the distance. Molotov down towards shore. It's going to be Maka with multiple HEs here, making sure they can't get up towards shore here. But we've talked about this. Xbox smoke, double door smoke. Going to be trying to pop it open again and see if there's anyone close towards the double doors for his rifle.
If that had actually worked and blown it open, I think you would have seen there, but it was a little bit too shallow.
Oh,
my God. MongolZ on the catwalk, and now in the middle, they picked him apart.
Oh,
the defense is gone.
That is very nice work from Stair. MongolZ has had enough of this, taking matters into his own hands. 5-on-1. MongolZ, we know he's the B player, fighting for his life. And in terms of the investments, they're all in, right? There was a close round before. They, again, will only get $1,400. So the hunt is on. You want to guarantee they have nothing to work with going forward here. Take him down at all costs here. You know where he is. And that should be GG.
That is so comprehensive. Because they're so close to middle, he can hear them run as MongolZ gets the opening kill. He hears the footsteps in CT spawn, and he just goes for it.
Really nice shots from Stair as well.
Yes.
His best sequence so far. We haven't really said his name. He's had quite a quiet game by his standards. 18-13 after those 2 kills. But as I mentioned, the loss bonus is going to be a huge factor here. All 5 players go down. So to hold on to your map pick, you've got 2 SMGs, 2 pistols, and a scout. Astralis, should be no world where they give this one up. Should be GG right here, right now.
Yeah, we're going to need some scout headshots. We're going to need gravity with that SMG magic. They need something brilliant to bring them back in this one. Astralis taking a much slower approach. The bomb is back in T-spawn. They're going to be clearing out catwalk using the Molotov, although actually they want to fight this into the AKs. That is risky. Surprised they're still alive, and they won't be for long. Still, Exorcist is here.
They've done some damage. And
yeah, 5-7 at the corner. It's doable. Stair goes down. Okay, he took a lot of damage for it. Scout dancing around in the middle. This round is still on.
3-on-3.
Oh, look at this.
Ryu's dead.
Yeah, it's a free kill. Oh, he just turns around, but it doesn't matter. Now it's interesting.
You're not going to get a better chance than this one to close it out. Looks like Maka's going to get a headshot here as well. Yabi, he gets dropped. And
that
now,
was a body shot.
Down to the Swede. For the Danish organization, can he step up and close things out? No, he cannot. They fumble. And we go into round number 24. Now their money under scrutiny. Tactical timeout called. And it is the SMGs that elude them once again. 5-7s towards short. MongolZ pushing towards upper B, finding Ryu. That's a frustrating round, but you got to let it go. Got to focus on the round ahead. Find that magical call that gets you the hell out of here and moves us onto Overpass.
What's their spawn like on that T side? Because they've loved fighting long.
I can tell you right now.
Very curious.
Not great. Actually, the worst spawns I could hope for long.
Okay, well.
Not one single spawn past suicide.
Take
So
that
if
up.
anything, it's a B rush setup right now,
Okay, well,
which I don't think they'll be doing.
they're not big fans of the B-Rush, Astralis, so kind of risky to call, I guess, in the last round of Revelation as well, when you know they're going to have more weapons on the other side, including 2 AKs.
So it all comes down to this. Astralis should have put this game to bed in the previous one. Scouts, pistols, and SMGs. Too much to handle. You've offered up AK-47s now. There's no AWP on the CT side. Mac has been very good. Lurk smoking towards B. The bomb is in towards upper as well. Just trying to feel the map out. We've got a double door smoke coming through. Players towards middle and a lurk from long, courtesy of Stair. So mid to B looking likely. Lucky dealt with.
What an opening. Again, there's no smoke in CT spawn, so the fight is just there for him. And now they're going to go back.
This is their favorite maneuver. Suggesting it's mid to B, then getting up towards shore when the rotations are coming through. They've done this multiple times, and Maka has no AWP this time.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Oh, he needs the backup at the moment. Ecstasy's already dropped low, and now out long. Stair is running to shut down this map in favor of Astralis. That double kill, I think, seals it. Should do. The final nail in the coffin here. Misuta and Gravity. They still thought it was going to be a B attack. They were molotoving towards the middle, thinking that someone was coming. FoKUS, he's ready for it here. Picks off one, shuts down Misuta. Great work for Astralis at the end of it. A 13-11 as they pick up their opponent's map.
Okay, well, there you go. Astralis takes that map, but they should have taken it much sooner than what they did. They almost lost a very convincing lead in the second half.
Never a doubt in my head, Sam. I knew they were going to close it out. Husty masterclass there. But look, jokes aside, I think a commendable effort from 3D to make that even a little bit competitive.
A must-win map of Dust2. Close but no cigar this time, Anders. 13-11. They managed to bring it all the way back from a 9-3 deficit, to be fair to them. But moving on to Overpass, this is a specialty pick, a punish pick for Astralis. And they should be going 2-0 and finding themselves a place in the grand finals.
If that doesn't happen, it means we're about to witness something very, very interesting from the side of 3D Max. They haven't played this map a lot. We don't have a ton of data on them. And for Astralis, you're right, this is a really good map pick for them at the moment. Extra frustrating for 3D Max because they could have won Dust2. It was definitely possible for them.
Absolutely true. We'll have a look at the pistols, see if we can work things out. A lot of teams favor the B bomb sign, these pistols, but let's see if Astralis want to change things up. They're heading towards A by the looks of things here, and I'm seeing a decoy in the mix as well. 2 smokes, Molotov flash, decoy for Yabi, and aggression, of course, from 3D Max. They're known for it. It's going to be FaZe to try and fend them off the P250. Can't hit the shots, but they know there's a lot of action on this side of the map. It's scrappy. It's certainly not clean. Can they find this third kill? They can. Now you could be assuming the last 2 players are towards B, but Gravity will actually be out of the connector. He's got a chance to bring this round back to life. There's a lot of low HP players. And is he assuming they've gone up towards long, or will he catch them on the way back towards T steps? It seems to be the latter.
He's played it perfectly right now. Every single step. Yep, he saw that. He's on the hunt now with the dualies. FOKUS, you can see periodically checking behind him, just trying to make sure. Oh, he sees him again. He's setting up the grenade here. This is the bomb as well. If he gets this, they have to come back and pick him up. There's the shot at the back of the head. Gravity. Will it be enough? His teammate's far away. You might not want to fight this.
Yeah, you might just disengage completely.
Okay,
they've recovered the bomb.
They're walking into Lucky on the other side. He doesn't hit the shot either. But the communication here between these 2 CTs.
Presumably go connector now.
They're going to go, yeah, you're right. They're escaping. They can get there, I think, before Lucky can. Wow. They found the one way out of the round where they don't get sandwiched.
Still advantage 3D Max. The HP's so low. Default plant. Smoke available.
Okay, well, one more coming up out of connector here. P250, he can't hit the headshot. FaZe goes down. Gravity trying the best that he can to bring the team onto a good start here.
They're going to smoke the bomb, tap it, force the hand of Yabi. He shouldn't be able to win this.
He shouldn't, but he has been one of the best players so far in the tournament. Not this time, though. Lucky takes him down. 3D Max, I love the aggression. I love the fight to try. Like, they are the underdog on this map.
It's disruptive play, right?
Yeah.
3 players towards long. If no one's there, you get a ton of information. You go for the backstab. Sure, you lost the opening duels, but you did a lot of damage there in Gravity with the backstab. Finding FOKUS with the bomb made things very complicated. It felt like this should have been cleaner from Astralis when you spot that many players. A flash going over as well. But yeah, Gravity finding a perfect timing, making things very uncomfortable. That was the frag at the side of the round. Like we said, Yabi, low HP, no chance to hold on to it, but As we always mention, the force buy will be coming in the second round by virtue of the bomb plant. So still a difficult round here, very technical map, very execution-based, and we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here. Smoke goes down towards Monster from the CTs, Molotov towards Shore from Astralis. Not blowing open the door. Going to be boosting behind the CT smoke in middle. Very passive hold this time for 3D Max.
This 2-3 split that they have, 3D Max, you're going to see them do this like half the rounds. When they don't do this, they do like pushing the fountain a little bit like they did in the pistol round, but just with all the way to the fountain on the T side. It's one of the things that there's kind of a bit of a hallmark for them. Again, not a lot of rounds, but we'll see if they could do something with it later on. This time, it's just a silent walk up here. What a surprise. I don't think they were ready. Misuta caught. He does get a kill anyway, and Marker also picks up a headshot on the Ryu. Backup is coming quick, though. Lucky, he was so flash getting through the smoke. They still have Macro out there on long, only for a second. Gravity, he's got the bullets for it. 8 of them left now, and he's saving the day again. He did it in the pistol. A double kill this time.
And he was MIA on Dust2 as well. It's down to HooXi. Nice first shot. Needs a lot more where that came from. Captain can't deliver, and it will be 2-0. Presumably 3 with the Eco around the corner as well. Astralis feeling the pressure now. Not going to have that flying start they were looking for. It is a very CT-sided map, but 3D Max doing what they can there. A close round, I suppose, coming down to the 2v1, but no way for HooXi to win it. We'll see a couple of Deagles come out. The Danes are known for them. Is it 5 Deagles? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So Molotov for Yabi.
I think he bought a Scout first, then he sold it and bought a Deagle instead.
Okay.
Well, Yabi has a way with a Deagle, I guess.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite Deagle players in the entirety of CS2. We'll see what he can do with it.
Okay, that's high praise. So far, 3D Max far back on the map. I do like that. I don't think there's any reason to be pushing or doing any kind of connector control. Went and looked at some of the 3D Max games before today, and again, connector is another position that they do like to occupy, but I think doing it in a round like this one is potentially risky. There could be Tech 9s, there could be other things on the map that you just don't want to lose to.
Miss smoke towards the bathrooms. Shouldn't be too costly against Eagle no Kevlar.
Well, they're leaving Yabi outside of B. So far, he hasn't had any invitations to fight, so they're a lot further back. Bashing out, trying to get some information on 3D Max. Stair is actually in a dangerous position here, but so far they cleaned it up. Yabi, he was trying to push down through the monster tunnel. He's going to be found as well, so everything's going according to script right now. We've seen this, though, from the 3D Max side before, where they get off to a little bit of something, and then it kind of collapses. Tried to do the boost, failed, gave up on it.
Yeah, round's over. Begs the question now if you could make a dent on their finances. 2 kills at this stage of the round would be very good. I doubt it happens, though. You can see them with the bait and switch set up towards the barrel. Even as gravity goes down, which is looking unlikely. There'll be a jumping exercise.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't think he meant to do that. It's unable to bomb plant. They'll still win the round, but it's a very expensive one. Bit sloppy there from 3D Max. I couldn't tell you why exercise jumps. I guess it's a scroll wheel situation.
It must have been. We didn't think there's a world in which he just kind of stays there for another 3 seconds and waits to see if anything happens. Like, if they jump up on the barrel, they're at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he could have kept his head down. He instead jumps and then caught midair. So they end up losing 3 players and giving up a bomb plant. That's actually pretty significant. It means the AWP's a possibility now for FaZe, which it wasn't before.
Wow.
That's if they want it. They might not want it on the T side. We'll have a look.
Well, not the case. Does that have I guess that has an implication for how fast they can be. Like, if you're going to be picking up the AWP on the T side of Overpass, presumably you want to wheel it around the map to look for some entries. Without it, you can pounce on something a lot quicker. Well, 4th round is coming up. 3D Max, again, off to a good start. Nice little body block there from Maka. Trying to see if he could push it far enough back to find something. Oh! Not that he saw it, but Stair is dead. That's crazy.
So the body blow wasn't quite as successful as he's hoping for, but the follow-up shot certainly was. Opening kill on Stair. 3D Max feeding themselves now. Felt like an impossible task to do well here on Overpass, but here we are. 4-0 looking very good. Significant damage towards FaZe and Ryu.
I feel like Maka owes it to us to try and bring this game back, because he did call them bots in the first map, and then they lost almost directly afterwards, so I would love to see him step it up. He did look really hot on the CT side. Maybe he can replicate that form. 55 seconds. They're right outside of the bomb site. It feels like just a couple of steps and you're going to get that bomb planted, but all of the work is still ahead of them. Yabi looking to swing a bit wide here. See if you take the fight to Lucky, who's feeling pressure right now. It's HooXi instead to get the opening, and already they're just being blown up. Headshots across the board here. Astralis now planting the bomb on the other side, and they've got the man advantage. 3D Max, because they lost so much in the last round. Do they actually want to go for this?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's so risky. Gravity on the one side, he's smoked off. There's no more grenades, I guess, on the T side at the very least. He puts out a couple of shots. And backing off now. Oh, he's decided it's not going to be worth it.
Damn, that's such a shame with the opening kill there.
Yeah.
Aka, like a godsend of a kill. You get one through the smoke. But yeah, you're dead on, considering the low finances. They have no utility. The AWP in hand as well just doesn't feel worth it, as we will find Astralis' first round, recovering that 5-4 deficit. Lovely execution there, taking away a lot of vision. 3 or 4 smokes deployed onto the A site, giving them some open runway in towards the bomb site itself, hitting some beautiful shots. And it will be Astralis arriving here on Overpass 3-1. But 3D Max, knowing the loss bonus is low, calculated decision to save the weaponry.
It's a pretty claustrophobic position for Lucky when they lose that long control and he's playing Optimus. Like, he can't backpedal at all. He can't step away from the truck there, and he's going to get shot in the side by Yabi. So he's just so isolated there. We've got a timeout being called here. 3D Max. Want a chance to talk things through. What is the plan? One saved rifle, one saved AWP.
You're going to see some sort of gimmicky play here. You're going to see the AWP boosted up somewhere. The rifle may be boosted as well. You could see multiple boosts across the map to try and yield an opening frag. Because you're operating with FAMASes here. A couple of M4s. The buy's not too bad, but it's a very important round. So you're trying to look for that opening advantage again. Can Maka find it?
This is the boost map.
It is.
If ever there was one.
Absolutely. So many options.
I think you can still boost over the wall and look down into B with the 4-man boost from the A-bomb site, but I don't know if it's actually legal in tournament rules. But Misuta, like I said, they do like this fountain push on the 3D Max side. It's one of their calling cards for trying to get some aggression in. Don't hate the idea. See if Stair is quite ready for it. He's jumping back here, making a lot of noise. They definitely know that he's back here. They just don't know how many.
Yeah, playing on the front foot, trying to find his opening kill.
Nice.
Works out quite nicely. Masuta with a clean one, no trade potential. They didn't see that coming. It's Maka patrolling towards that connector. Lucky in towards the playground, looking to have some fun here. Gets himself up on that slide. Very powerful position. FaZe trying to recover this one. Looking for any boosted players, as we mentioned. Yabi lurking through the monster tunnel.
Yeah, big opportunity. If you could have found that one, maybe it would have been a bit of an opening. HooXi's back here investigating. He wants to put some pressure on.
Nice
Actually
kill.
finds Lucky. That is a very nice kill. It opens up the question of the 3D Max about whether or not they could end up at the A-bomb site once again.
Well, now they have to react. They're going to try and push the monster tunnel by the looks of things, and do so at your peril. Yabi known to patrol that monster tunnel. It's one of his calling cards. Hits a nice shot. 30 seconds remaining. We have got exorcies here as well. Seems to have been spotted.
That's big.
Down to Ryu, try and trade him.
They don't have another Molotov to get rid of this. They're going to flash their way through. We can't see a thing. He almost wins the fight anyway. And now Masutra on the follow-up. There's the first. All the bullets.
Oh!
He can't even get the pistol out. But there's only 14 seconds. And Maka's already in position. It is winnable. That smoke makes it a lot harder, though. Bomb being planted. He might be able to do that. HooXi just getting it down. He can't get the headshot either. And I think that was the opportunity. He had to get that kill right then and there. Now FaZe's alive towards the L-bend. HooXi, he's going to go down. That was the headshot he did earlier. Maka inside of the smoke, making the jump up. But FaZe is there. Again, the Swedes saving the Danes.
It was messy. Very messy indeed, HooXi, but who cares? It's a very important round to pick up there. You've completely sabotaged the finances now. HooXi, he actually saves the day. I can't believe he even gets that kill, to be honest. It felt like he was out-positioned, outmaneuvered. Great headshot from him. And yeah, FOKUS on high alert there. Nice deagle headshot from Maka, but FOKUS there to save the day. Has to be the full eco now for the French squad. USPs, a couple of P250s in the mix. That's about it, though. Can't afford to lose this one. This is actually an old Astralis setup, if you remember, and as well back in the day. Little five-man stacking towards that B bomb site.
Yeah, that you're really rolling it back. That's when Sonic was still the coach of the team.
It was old classic Astralis eco setup. They're going to change things up, though, go for the three-man boost. Looks like the round's already over. They've gone for a contact play in towards A. Basic util, Molotov down towards the CT dumpster, and in we go.
Well, that's a quick round. We'll see if they get exits. That is the best we could hope for at the moment. Yeah, pistol boost down there. It's, you know, worth trying. Even after all these years, people are still coming up with new and innovative ways to boost, and I think there's still some quite interesting grenade mechanics that can happen on this map. You can throw grenades from sort of the upper side, the A side of the map to B, or the other way around. People are still investigating and inventing new stuff. I've missed Overpass since it's been gone. I think it's good that it's back in the pool.
Very technical map, doesn't play like many others. Huge map as well.
I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of pro players didn't like it last time around. I feel like they didn't enjoy the size of it.
There's not many opportunities for multi-frags. It's all about taking lots of territory, executing late into a round, trading out kills. You don't get many chances to go for great like one taps and entries. It's all very methodical.
Yeah, okay.
So star players find it difficult to really shine bright. But there we go. Astralis with 3 in a row, and the AWP is back out for Maka, but concessions, to say the very least here. Masuta enters with no utility at all, and they've got no defuse kits, and 4 players without helmets, which won't matter too much. Smoke down towards the door to deny any sort of vision after the CTs blow it open.
Overall, Astralis, their win rate here on the T side is about 54%, Henry.
That's very good.
On Overpass.
On a map like Overpass, that's crazy.
So they're adding to that right now. They're trying to build their way there. Molotov, I don't think landed where he wanted it. Set fire to the hedges.
Don't do that.
That's vandalism.
So map control looking quite good for Astralis. Long is theirs. It's your Maka defensive in towards the bathrooms, looking for that one kill. Peel off the angle. Really smoke towards Monster and actually be pushing it, but looks things gravity. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Good bit of intel here. You can rotate multiple players over towards A. Exactly what they're doing. Mac is going to hit this shot all day long. Give him a chance.
Oh, unless he's going to get flashed. It's coming over. Oh, he still hits it. The flashbang actually did work. It didn't even land behind him. Could have happened. HooXi, he gets one. Is he ready? Not quite. Marker's got him. Yavi coming up. He was lurking outside at B, but he wants to help out now, and he actually has done that. XC's goes down. Lucky catching Stare, who's yet to get activated. He's 0-6 on this map so far. And now they're a man up. 20 seconds on the clock. They're running right into Gravity. This is a 1 round already. Unless Gravity fails the spray, we're good to go. No scope.
Okay,
then.
There's a chance of the plan, I suppose. He's got a backstab from Connector, and Lucky coming in from the heaven. So yeah, he can plan.
That's a bit wild.
There's an HE that will do significant damage on him.
Okay, that's a good point. We'll see. Flash on over. He's feeling the pressure. He's sandwiched in. He's got no idea where they are. Lucky to save it. It's another close round here.
Fortunate there for 3D Max. Like you said, the flashbang very effective, but Maka pulls the trigger at the perfect time, gets the opening kill, and they were unable to recover.
Yeah. They needed this. Yavi looked like he was about to save the day coming in through the connector, but even that wasn't enough.
I like that from Gravity, though. The second smoke down towards Monster, it gives them so much information that no one's outside there, especially no Yabi. It means like there's no luck. Yabi is known to lurk the Monster tunnel almost every single round.
Yeah.
And the fact he's not there, you can move your resources over towards A, bolster that defense, and it's going to be quite a nice round there from 3D Max. One they desperately needed as they go 4-3.
But even in a round where Yabi had been there, because gravity was already in the first smoke, when the second smoke goes up, if you're Yabi, even if you're kind of watching, are you really expecting someone to walk straight through? It's like, I feel it's so counterintuitive that he would do it immediately when the smoke lands.
Sure.
It's good timing. Would love to see that play out in another round. 4-3.
This time we've got the orb for FUZI. Money's still pretty strong for Astralis. Got a nice full buy. This is the blind kill from Mackup. Good response from HooXi, but wasn't ready for the second interaction. Mackup, great work there. Came down to a 3-on-3, but lucky catching the lurk of Stare. Brilliant no-scope from FUZI, but ultimately no time or space to work with there. Couldn't get the bomb planted. We enter round number 8. Oh, there it is. Those lineups, they'll get you. And Yabi will answer back. That's ridiculous. The blind kills we've had these last 2 rounds. Very unfortunate there for Gravity. Back to a 4-on-4.
Yeah, that is a round where they could have walked away with a bit of a win. Yabi now, well, the timing is so good. They are pushing out of the bomb site, and Yabi's walking up behind them. This is already very dangerous, although good work from Lucky. He's going to take down Yabi. Somehow it's fallen apart for Astralis. I thought they would have had it. I thought Yabi walking up behind them like that would be enough to just crush that defense down at B. Not the case at all. Bomb is planted, but with Stare already quite low, he's got his first kill of the map at the very least. HooXi blind and still getting lucky. Stare's picked up an AWB because of low health there. Oh, but they've burnt him to a crisp. MIBR almost does him a favor. Takes him out with the AK.
2 in a row. 2 big rounds of a 3D Max. They definitely can play Overpass. Seems to be suiting their play style as well. Aggressive, chaotic, and getting stuck in on the front lines here. Not allowing Astralis to run their defaults and get that map control. Opening pick as well. It's a nice wall bang from Lucky. Nading open that door. Gets himself a couple of kills in the round. CTs are going to keep on applying that pressure, and it's an easy finish as well. Stare, low HP, AWP, no chance of winning it. The bomb planted, there's still not enough resources to do much with this. They'll go for eco/partial buy. They've got 1 hero AK, some pistols without armor. This suggests money is very low right now. Could this be a straight up B rush here from Yabi? AK in hand to see what he can do with it.
They're rushing B without the full squad there. I mean, Yabi's on the bomb site. They're so fast. They're not even ready 3D Max. They weren't even on the bomb site to begin with. Fighting elsewhere on the map. Ryu's gone down. Yabi cracks open the skull of Exorcist and more damage being dished out. That looked like he was on for a near triple.
Yeah, right.
But the bomb is being brought back. They were already, this whole time, Stare and FUZI's been pushing this side of the map, even when they were fighting down at B.
It causes enough confusion and chaos to open up A. They know the rotations are coming in, so they've got the plan here, but it comes down to the 1Ds.
Oh, Nade, though, bouncing it off. Chips away at HooXi. Thought they could have done even more.
Yeah, almost 0 chance of winning this if you're Astralis, unfortunately, but let's see.
Lock up close.
There's a low HP player coming back first.
We get the burst fire out. Not this time. Lucky goes down. He was so low already. Smokes are starting to land on the bomb site here. 3D Max. They cannot afford to let this go to the hero AK, but they might not have a choice here. Stare. He's close to getting that second one, but doesn't land the headshot. It's another very expensive round, though, for 3D Max. They keep leading some of these rifles away. Astralis will take it.
Yeah, wacky round there. Yabi felt like he could have got 3. They lined up for him. Gets the opener towards the heaven. Does significant damage to a couple more. Enables a bomb plant. A few players go down, 3 in total there, but overall, comfortable finish for 3D Max. 6-3. I'd love to post a couple more of your Astralis here. 3 is workable, sure, but you're aiming for around 5 rounds here, especially if you're the favorite team, your map pick. Got the utility coming in towards the playground.
That's so advanced. A run boost.
The run boost to do it, yeah, that was pretty cool.
What is the level of counter-shot that we're getting to?
So blind. Gravity knows he's there. Should be a kill all day long. So aggressive here. Aggressive counter-strike.
FUZI. He's running away with his back turned. Shot down by MIBR. MIBR can't believe what he just saw. He's like, all right, great.
Yeah.
Now,
this is classic 3D Max, though. This is what you want to see from this team.
yes. Let
Full of
loose
confidence.
a little bit.
Yeah. Should be have a kill. HooXi will take care of him. Round not necessarily over. We've lost Yabi and Fuzi. 4 versus 3. Stair will join the squad here. I guess contact play through Monster is all you really can do. Going to be Molotoving in towards the close range position by Monster. And like I said, a contact play. Sneak on in.
Masuta playing on the ramp now, up by the pillar instead. 50 seconds on the clock. Flashes are raining in. Ryu is a pretty good entry, but unfortunately, XC's on the other side. He's going to get 2 in return. And Stair locked out. Doesn't have the bomb either. Trying to get a bit closer here. Looking for any headshots, any more damage they could do. I mean, it all counts, I suppose. A couple of rounds left in the half. Does get 1, but he's wedged up against the side, slipping off. Ecstasies with the triple kill. 3D Max, I must say, I'm already surprised. This is not a map they play all that well, and they're up to 7 rounds on the first half of it.
Yeah, the level has been very impressive, and the money's broken once again. Astralis will have to take yet another partial buy. They managed to get 3 in the row after losing the pistol. They're down 0-3. We tied things up, but now that's 4 convincing rounds in a row. And the 3D Max playstyle, like we said, oppressive, in your face. It continues to work, and they're finding those opening kills time and time again.
Timeline recap. There are so many bomb defusers here for 3D Max. Astralis must feel like we're getting close all the time. We're almost there. Now they're through the monster tunnel again. Ecstasy's hiding in the smoke. They don't realize they're running past him. 20 bullets as he comes to turn around here. How many could he mow down? A quick double, and that should be enough. Lucky does go down, however. HooXi and Yabi now in a 2v2. They're getting more kills. The Tech9s.
They know Ecstasy's is here.
Loose. Yeah, they know exactly where he is. Down to 4 bullets. Pulls out the USP, but HooXi will get him. A triple for the Giga Chat.
Okay. Giving them a taste of their own medicine. It's the old classic B-rush there. You're dead on. Ecstasy's played it to perfection. You think, okay, there's no chance that they manage to win this round. They've run past him. He's got multiple targets in front of him. He gets 2. But let's see what HooXi has to say about that.
Guys, stop being frustrated. It's too much. Everyone is whining. Everyone is fucking visibly being frustrated. I can't take it, okay? Fix it and fucking win. They are 2 alive every round. Now we half-buy, we do the Chinese phase again, and we go 5B, okay? Just 5B. You can just Chinese Fury, yes. And you can just fucking go short one of you from A or something. I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah. We're running in monster. Play around it, okay? And don't block them.
Well, it certainly worked out.
I love this. HooXi commanding the troops. He was on them as well on Dust2.
I don't know what it means by go full Chinese, but it worked out, whatever that means.
Working, yeah. China #1 in this one, for sure.
Final round here, Anders.
Something's worked out. Lucky Masuta left here. About to peek into the AK. Quick double kill. That's what you want. A couple of headshots from Ryu. Getting activated. Astralis. They're pulling out some strats from overseas, and it's absolutely killed 3D Max in this final round.
Okay.
Why are we doing our jobs all here? We just have HooXi. Just talk over the round. That's brilliant.
What a legend. We've heard him a couple of times. Everyone has calmed down.
Yeah.
Like, even on Dust2, when they had that 5-on-2 situation, he's saying, guys, chill, relax. Yeah. But that will do. Like we've said, we're aiming for about 5 on the T side of Overpass, Anders, and they managed to get it. It wasn't clean. They weren't running rings around 3D Max and Overpass. No. But that little B-rush towards the end and then fending off the pistols and SMGs in the last round, you'll be happy with that. It's more than winnable now for Astralis. Does open the question, though. Can they convert a pistol here and alleviate a lot of pressure on the CT side? You lose it, you're in a lot of trouble. 3D Max know it as well. They managed to go 3-0 in that first half. Pretty weak showing from Astralis. We know them to be a very good Overpass team. Couldn't really close out Dust2 in a clean manner as well. They're up 9-3 Anders, and it goes all the way down to the wire.
Yes.
Not looking too great today. Kind of a bit ropey overall. They got the map win, sure, but again, you can see this is not the Astralis that looks like they'll be hoisting the trophy if they keep this up. It's a bit all over the place today.
It is a bit all over the place. You could tell HooXi's really trying to keep the troop together, make sure that they're staying focused, they're not overcoming, people aren't freaking out or even whining.
Sounds like there is a lot of freaking out going on.
Yeah.
So.
Can't be whining in the game of Counter-Strike, can you?
Oh.
Don't need that.
It's never your own fault, though. You've got to blame someone else. Or your opposition.
Now I'm actually an expert at that.
Yeah.
Speaking of speed.
We're going to be going into a fast play up long A. 4 players here. Execution potential certainly there. Not much CT presence. We've got FaZe in towards the bathrooms. He's got that P2000. And here they come. It's going to be Maka with the first opening kill on the A bomb site.
That's some range. That's half a map away with that one. FaZe wants to bring it back, but he's going to be denied. Exorcise, what a map he's had. 14 and 9. And the Glock kill here might just get them the bomb plant they're looking for. 3D Max a bit of discipline. I like the fact that they're not just running in there just because they got some kills. Got to slow it down here. Ryu's pushed in front by the Molotov. It is exactly what it's designed for as well. Just Yabi in a 1 versus 4 with 8 bullets left. He's not landing even a single headshot there. That's a cool round. It was well designed. The discipline was there. They're landing their shots. 3D Max, I mean, they've still got something here.
What a beautiful shot from Maka as well to find HooXi on the A bomb site. He thought he had the advantage with that USP in hand, but gets rocked by the P250. And it's going to be another pistol in the bag now for 3D Max. Do we see the force buy in the second? Doesn't seem to be the case. Taking the full eco to 2-0, pretty much locked in here. Felt like that was the case, generally speaking, for Astralis. Once we entered Overpass, they should be getting the 2-0, making their way to the grand final, but 3D Max have turned up the play.
Absolutely.
Not going down without a fight, it seems.
I think we said it right at the start, right at this map. If somehow this goes to a third map, it means we're about to see something really spectacular because...
And it's a bit of a handshake map as well. 3D Mac historically are very good on Nuke. It's one of their favorite maps to play. And Astralis, although they pick it a lot, they sometimes completely fumble it. Like, they sometimes don't get any T rounds, and they can look very, very weak on it.
Well, then add to that if they've lost this map and they're already whining a bit, and HooXi has to spend his time sort of calming everyone down.
One of those days, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you lose, one of your best maps. That could really unsettle Astralis just a little bit.
It was the Pro League season before last. Obviously a different lineup, but I think Nuke, they played Nuke twice and posted 0 T rounds both outings. Like, it really can be one of those maps for them where they think they're comfortable on it, but it often falls apart. That's if we get there.
Sure.
Getting ahead of ourselves here. It's just a beautiful start from 3D Max. Maka lining them up. He's got a few USPs to deal with, confirming their full eco. He's got the back out. Here comes the cavalry. Great grenade. Nothing more to report, I'm afraid. Yabi will be alone. Sure, he's in towards B, but no real damage inflicted. He won't be finding anything unless Gravity offers it up. Even then, should be able to find the kill. And there we have it. Clean sweep bonus round coming up next with 3D Max, looking for double digits. And this is the thing with 3D Max. They are the kings of the bonus round. They love the Mac 10s. They love to group up with the Wolfpack Counter-Strike and just run around the map finding headshots. And you have to make a decision now. Do you buy a helmet or do you sacrifice it and go for utility? You know that Mac 10's out on the field. We know Gravity is one of, I guess we'll say it, the best Mac 10 player in CS2. There
is a helmet, but it's only one. There's no armor at all on FaZe. It's glass cannon AWP.
Difficult round. Like, you might even favor 3D Max considering the context of how they like to play on these sort of rounds.
FaZe in a position right now that people lately have been Molotoving quite a bit, throwing it over and trying to get him away from the restrooms. He's playing in that little gap up there, so... Oh, spam down.
Needed that.
That's a way to do it, I suppose. 4-man setup at B with FaZe playing alone. 3D Max are big fans of the B bomb side on this map, just to point out. So probably worth it for Astralis to try and stack this until they're proven wrong. Maybe not 4, but 3 is a good idea. Smoke up again towards the tunnel. And 3D Max are bringing the bomb back this way, so it seems like in spite of the fact they lost a player outside of it, they still are happy to investigate. And the fact that they've waited means there's only 3 people on the site now. So they're a little bit better off maybe than they were 30 seconds ago. They have all the utility. One good flash through the tunnel or over the wall.
That's all it takes, Anders.
Could set it up. 30 seconds. They're
Bear in mind, those helmets are going to be an issue.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Galil and Mac 10 instantly blows it up. The only helmet is gone. And now they're on the site here. HooXi fighting for his life and his team. They are coming for him one at a time. It's so disjointed. 3D Max, where's the coordination here? You had him isolated. He had no backup at all. If you peek him at the same time, he's going to die every time. Lucky the last one left, trying to battle it through. There's no more time. He cannot win the round any longer. Stair's going to be able to drop him, but it's HooXi with the triple being allowed to fight them one by one.
These aren't clean rounds. These aren't comfortable rounds, but they are rounds nonetheless. 9-6, but that was the bonus. You barely scraped by. There will be another full purchase available for 3D Max in number 16 here. 9-6. They've got some nice runway to work with. They can break through. It will completely shatter the economy of Astralis here. But FaZe now has Kevlar as AWP. Have more helmets in the mix here, but 4 AKs and a Galil. No Mac 10 nonsense. Let's get into it. This will be indicative as to which way this map is going. Astralis now on the more preferred side, but Ecstasy's not respecting the utility towards short. He gets some decent map control. Hooks going for another wallbang here. No one home. Yabi waits at the mouth of a short. Does he dare go for another swing here? Flashbang goes over.
Doesn't really overcommit to it, but he does stick around long enough to find Lucky. Ecstasy's wants to hunt him down. He has been the main driving force of 3D Max on the second map, and he's pretty good on Dust2 as well, to be honest.
You'll take a 4-on-4 all day long of your 3D Max, especially on a map like Overpass. It's going to spread the CT defense incredibly thin now.
Just don't forget the bomb.
Don't forget the bomb. It's back in T-Spawn because Stare is on high alerts. Overworked in this position. It comes down to this key duel now between him and Masuta. Who will blink first? Who will get the timing? Stare seems to be aware of this prospect. It comes down to this, Anders. This kill could decide the round. Clean from Stare.
They have 3 people on the other side of the restrooms. Is it why they surely could peek him at the same time if they really want to?
Such a difficult kill now for Stare. Wants to get out of there and will. Good work. Drops the Molotov to make sure they can't swing from the bathrooms. Reset the round somewhat. We got all 3 players now for 3D Max heading up towards long. They have 1 smoke available, a Molotov and a FaZe to get through. They'll find Stare. Doesn't need to swing that at all. He was in cover.
Yeah.
There was a flashbang en route as well. How do you wait for the flashbang? I think he gets the kill. He gets ahead of himself.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too excited. Could speak to some of the communication we've been talking about on the Astralis side there. FaZe, though, he's so rock solid. Landing the flicks, gets the 3rd one again. He's just turned up today.
Round still not even 3 players surviving. The round still feel on a knife's edge.
Yeah.
That Stare swing before the flashbang coming in. Felt like that round could fall apart, but that's a very important one to pick up. He said that the round's decided on Stare and him winning that duel. FaZe arriving as well, hitting some great shots. Hat-trick for him on the sniper.
When you have 3 people on the other side of Stare's position, I feel like normally you try to pincer that position that Stare was in. But it felt like they just said, oh, Masuta, try and get the kill. If not, oh, well, then what?
I guess like being a man down at the start, it's like you're just hoping your lurkers can find something. And yeah, if he gets the kill on Stare, it's a very different story.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Stare, even though he was alone on A essentially there, gets that very important frag and manages to fall back as well. That was the saving grace for Astralis. And finally, some breathing room. A French eco. Jump around in spawn, chat about your options going forward. We can look at that loss bonus. They're going to be getting $2,400 into the next round. So they have to take the full eco here, and they'll build it up fully into round number 18. But it's going to be a 1-round game here on the CT side as Astralis have a chance to build up their own bank accounts here. Ideally, you want to have 5 players surviving here.
Yeah, they need to establish some sort of economy of their own. That's maybe the one weakness that could still come back to haunt them a little bit later on. But yeah, they're taking some time, talking it through. Astralis aren't necessarily spending a ton of grenades. They're probably aware of what's coming. Stare again in this position. Oh, well, he's blown up the vending machine. Flashes around the corner.
Oh, it's ugly round from Stare. He's absolutely fumbled it. Nade would have done massive damage.
Yeah.
Could have dodged the flash as well. If it ends up costing the round, it's on him, I'm afraid. 7 and 14.
Okay,
He's had a couple of good rounds. Thankfully, that grenade from Hooksy is spectacular. The spray down's not bad either. Give him the ace. Oh, lads, come on. Let's not throw the round away.
They're not going to lose it, but this has cost them so much right now. It's wild how expensive this. I mean, it's Glocks and 1 flashbang. A failed HE from Stare gives them the M4.
If he nails that HE, it forces him to swing, and he just mows them all down.
Yeah,
fumbles it, and it costs them 3. It's another uncomfortable round. I said at the start, this is a chance to build your bank accounts here. Keep 5 players alive.
Yeah,
and you've lost 3 to Glocks.
Not ideal. Seems like Hooksy has to step up when they need it, both in terms of the comms and keeping people, relaxed on the team, and getting the frags as well.
He's top fragging right now. Stare having a bit of a stinker on the CT side. That missed grenade, that's pretty pedestrian stuff. Bouncing a grenade And that sort of corner, I don't even know how you messed that up.
Yeah. And normally we talk about Stairs being the absolute rock of this team throughout, like, I don't know, like 10 different versions of this lineup. Stairs always been the one that's been playing well, that's been, you know, just kind of trying to carry them through.
He's the star of the squad right now.
I think
he's
so.
the headline act.
Yeah.
So you need him activated here. It's still all fine. Like, we're painting quite a grim picture. It's just because Overpass is their map. We had the conversation of 3D Max don't win, Dust2, it's GG essentially.
Over, yeah.
Astralis should be running rings around them on a map like this. But it's not the Astralis we know and love. Like, they're very panicked. It's quite chaotic and some questionable decisions, missed util. FOKUS's been pretty rock solid though. Doesn't have a huge amount of kills, but he's nailing the ones that really matter. Let's see if he can deliver here.
Yeah, one will do it. Oh, such a wide swing from his suitor, and now the double nade onto Yabi. Good technical stuff right now. They forget about Stair in here. He jumps up, and that's going to lose him the fight against Gravity.
Don't know why he jumps there.
I couldn't tell you either. I also don't know why Exorcist is checking the connector with his back turned. That seems very risky.
We have HooXi alive, who has saved them multiple times here. Smoke goes down towards Monster.
Okay. And they're gambling a bit on this B-bomb site, or in this A-bomb site, sorry. 2 people here. HooXi decides to go and investigate.
I think he has to push a bit further. I don't think he can just post up and long here. I think he knows he has to go bathrooms. If no one arrives in the next 5 seconds or so, which is actually going to happen, he'll consider the push.
Oh, they smoke Monster again.
He has to.
Yeah, you read it very well, Henry. You're right. This is the solution, if there is one still. Misuta should be dead. Not going to try and make it
Nice
a double
work.
or anything. That's
Perfect
pretty
play.
good. Oh, and they were bringing the bomb back.
Yep.
They were actually, because the smoke went up from CT spawn to Monster
So
Tunnel.
the bomb has to go connector now.
Yeah, and there's only 18 seconds. I can't believe they might actually pull this one back. Flashbang to set it up
all
here.
down to HooXi and that push.
Yeah, it is. They've actually found a way to thread the needle. Lucky trying to get onto the side. HooXi from the high ground. He's doing all the work. He's got 21 kills, and the round is theirs.
Great game sense. Experience shining through there. A lot of players will just park up long and be too scared to make a maneuver there. He had to step up.
Yeah.
I could see it from a mile away. As soon as he got there, he realized, unless I get some sort of interaction here, I have to push forward, and he times it so well. This is a world-class showing from HooXi. He's now 21-13. A round that felt lost. Another round that felt fumbled when FOKUS went down at the start. A shot he probably should have landed, but yeah, got to commend HooXi. He is delivering the goods when it really matters most here. A captain's performance. Hasn't been a good-looking Astralis today.
Yeah, they're close to the grand final, though, and if they get there...
they need to go back to the drawing board and work out why the comms are so scrambled. Why is everyone so stressed out? This is a team you should be dealing with quite easily, to be honest with you. And it looked panicked and uncomfortable. We know 3D Max are a frustrating team, but you've done your prep. You know that's coming. They've lost both pistols here, to be fair, on Overpass. It's always going to make things a little bit more difficult, but against the Glocks, you're losing 3 kills, for example. That should never be happening. You're missing key bits of utility, and it still should be fine. We've got, what? Is this full investment partial with a hero AWP?
Yes.
They did survive with 1 player in the previous round, so maybe that's safe in the last round, but
yeah, it is.
Here we go.
Okay, blowing that one open.
Nice weapon, FOKUS. No missed shot this time.
Yeah, he's ready.
Good incendiary.
That's really going to slow them down, isn't it? They almost have to try and do something behind it. Exorcist really wanted to. Smoke on the other side. Now some shots coming through. FOKUS picking them up 1 by 1 at this stage.
Take it easy now, lads. You've won the round.
Yeah.
If anything, fall back. Get out of there.
Yeah, this is where we've seen them be a little bit agitated in some of these rounds. They're moving around way too much here. Maka steps in. It's a quad kill for FOKUS. Looking for the AWP ace. Not going to be allowed. Stair will get one, but we'll definitely take it. Astralis. More of a battle, more of a struggle than I expected on this map, but now they are starting to put the pieces together on the CT side.
Well, it was looking like a horror show. If you bear in mind, they were 7-3 down on their T side. It took a B rush with Tech9 so you can get them into it, and then no money for 3D Max to even get that 5th round. So they've really had to dig deep for this one. HooXi has had to calm the boys down, top frag himself, in-game lead this game as well. Like, it hasn't been pretty, but it looks like they may have done enough here. Maka going down in the previous round. I don't think they have an AWP to work with unless there's one that's been dropped. I doubt it. They've got maximum loss bonus, but no plant. So he's deciding his options here. Astralis on fire as they post 5 rounds in a row here after going down 0-2.
And no bomb plant in any of the last 5 rounds. So
Yeah, good point.
Bit barren here for 3D Max as well. Whereas we talked about this with Astralis, even when they were down, they had a plethora of bomb plants in the first half. They just didn't win them, but they got the bomb down quite a bit.
Ryu, we haven't said his name at all. He's 7-12. Stare, we've talked about his struggles, 9-15 as a star player. Hooksy having to step up here. This is not their A game, it's not their B game. I'd say this is the Astralis C game right now.
Yes.
On Overpass, and it's just about providing enough to give them a lead.
No door being blown open a connector, so that boost is way more likely.
Same angle for FOKUS. He got wide swung on from the AK in the last attempt. Does it happen again? I like the fact he's not been dissuaded. He hasn't been rattled. He got a quad kill in the previous round. Make his scoreline seem a lot better than it was previously. And it comes down to Stare once more. Can he hold his nerve? It's a pre-fire sort of position. Gravity will show you that, but doesn't land the shot.
Steals the Molotov there. Tries to see if he can reposition.
Just stay alive now.
Yeah, stealing an AK as well. FOKUS, like you pointed
There we
out,
go.
not lacking in confidence.
There is a fly in the ointment here, though. Masuta is behind enemy lines.
That's true, and you could tell by the way that Stare was running back that he was not expecting it. There's another problem, though, which is Ecstasy is the bomb, and he's miles away. FOKUS technically still holding him back. Okay, he's running the other way. I was going to say, if somehow Ecstasies ran back towards A, FOKUS would have been there to stop the bomb, and that could have been a round ending, to be honest.
Round not over yet. Massive
No.
advantage for 3D Max, but 30 seconds, their final play.
FOKUS knows someone's coming in from this position, right? He doesn't know if it's upper or lower, but he knows that Masuta was back there. So he's not going to get caught off guard in that way. Making the
There's the
drop
speed.
down, smoking off behind him, bomb being brought on over here. Lucky trying to take the fight. Now Masuta being activated. 10 bullets left, but FOKUS's coming in. Deagle in hand. Lucky swings to take him down with the last couple of bullets, I think. And the bomb is planted, and Hooksy's making a run for it. Okay.
Well, that's down to Lucky. Opening kill there from Stare. Felt very promising. Could feel that pressure coming in towards A as that Masuta. Little backstab behind enemy lines that ruffled their feathers. They had to react. They push off towards shore. Lucky gets the double kill. Ends up getting 3 in total. The round collapses there as we go 10-10. And they've had some very complicated rounds. The money isn't as strong as you might think after winning 5 in a row. There will be a buy there, but it will cost them every last dollar. FOKUS will have the AWP. So they got the opening kill there from Stare. Then
Yes.
FOKUS got the kill towards the playground as well. So it's essentially a 5-on-3, and then Masuta getting that kill behind enemy lines, forced out the reaction. Lucky, great sequence there, opens up the B bomb site. Hooksy unable to defend. Let's have a look. This is the double kill I'm talking about. He just plays it really well.
Huge.
Plays it really nicely. Ends up getting 3. FOKUS on the backstab.
And that's
Hooksy
4.
doesn't save anything. Yeah, 4 kills, you're right.
Yeah, he even caught that at the end, which could make a big difference. Astralis, they've been having money troubles here in the second half. They do have enough for the AWP. AK's on the other side. We're not seeing the Gravity Mac 10, which, again, on a map like this one, would be crazy to buy the Mac 10.
It's not as potent on Overpass as it
No.
is in Inferno.
This will be fun to see, but you can understand why he's shying away from it.
Hooksy, I think he's got to wait for this one to dissipate and then push into it. Worked out. Can he get away, though? His teammates certainly can't. That Stare dropped. He was in towards that playground position.
Yeah.
So they go 1 for 1. Doesn't really help out the CT side at all so early on into the round. Ryu hasn't done much at all on Overpass. 7-13. We'll be trolling Monster right now. Now the smoke goes down. Provide cover, allow them to focus their efforts towards shore. Thing is, though, 3D Max don't respect smokes. If anything, I like walking through them. I'm going to be doing that this round. 1 minute on the clock. All 4 players towards the B side.
They're still waiting here. FOKUS has another smoke. Okay, he's going to throw it down in front of himself. But now they're rotating a third man over.
With that smoke down, they're hoping that will be enough to push him in towards B. But again, this short push has not been working out for Astralis at all. They keep losing a player every time they do it. It seems to be very telegraphed.
Yeah, they want some information. They feel starved, not knowing what's happening on the other side of the map.
And if they lose this round, their money is completely gone with no loss bonus. They get 1900 to the next round. They need to just gamble here.
Okay.
They've gambled correctly. 20 seconds, Anders. Astralis need to hold on.
This could work. Ryu gets the first one on the defense. We're down to 14 seconds. 3D Max, it's now or never. If you want a chance to win the map, you've got to do this. HooXi picks up another kill, doubling up before he goes down. FuZi, now 4 seconds left. They can't plant the bomb. They have to fight.
Oh!
And he's done it one more time. Another clutch to add to FuZi's scoreline.
You didn't think they had it in them. Losing picks across the map. That short push collapsing once again. It was do or die for Astralis. And FuZi getting the information that he was already low, sprayed down by the FAMAS, pulls out the P2000. HooXi stepping up once again. Trying that short push maneuver. Ryu finally having some impact there. Sure, he only gets 1 kill, but he does significant damage. P2000, like he said, no time to plan, had to take the duel. And we go 11 to 10, but still so much work to be done. Your money is still so desperately low. And it's going to be Yabi this time, aggressive, off towards shore. Can't get the double. These maneuvers always seem to yield a frag, but they can never get away. This is for everything.
Crazy to see Gravity pushing forward with 8 bullets after getting that first kill. He looked almost angry to take that fight. Nade right on top of HooXi's head.
Spots won by Monster as well.
The bomb is way out long though. If that had gone slightly deeper, I think that's going to be significant damage.
FuZi is here though. AWP,
yes.
He'll be jump spotting. He's on in hand right now. He's be very, very careful. Lucky to be alive there. Maka had grounds to hit that shot. Got to start repositioning, get himself tucked away in towards the bathrooms. Feeling like he's overwhelmed right now. Too many angles to cover, causes them back up.
Can they get back? I think they want to get back to connector, but now it's being held. So if they wanted to get the bomb back here, because they have 2 people at B, they're going to get intercepted. Oh, Stair with the double spray down. The bomb is on the ground. Disastrous.
His best contribution so far, Stair.
Yes.
It might be enough to win the game.
I don't
Great reaction, perfect play from Astralis. A difficult round, a complicated one. FuZi, if you hit this, they might be going to the grand final. 4 versus 1, Gravity, no time, give him nothing.
10 seconds left. Yeah, he can't even make a bomb site at this stage. Doesn't get it, but at the same time, the round is going to expire here. Gravity backpedaling from this one. Astralis up to 12. 1 away from the grand final here in Bucharest.
Let him save that AK. Feel like Stair should have converted that frag, but either way, the AK will be taken into the last round. Potential last round, I should say. Huge advantage now. The money will be broken for 3D Max, but with the AK, there is our buy. 5 rifles across the board. Something thick, something fast required. 3D Max. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve here. 1 round away from the grand final here at PGL Bucharest. It's been labored. It has not been the beautiful CS that we were hoping for on Overpass. But HooXi has kept them in the game. He's kept them calm, even when his star players have not risen to the occasion.
Yeah, his leadership has been, we've really been able to feel it. You could tell it's working. They're playing a little bit more disciplined once again now. Stair doing good in that last round, but it's been FuZi and HooXi that have been doing most of the work here.
They love this Wolfpack CS. Gonna have to take a brave challenge though.
This didn't work out last time. Last time they faced FuZi here, he got 4 kills.
Smoke.
He's off to a good start here. Grenade comes out. HooXi ready to receive on the other side. A grenade kill for FuZi. Can't get the flick. And he's trapped in the corner. The backup is there though. Yabi will help out, and it's lucky 1 versus 3. He gets the first one trying to hunt him down. Yabi's still on the other side, and Ryu has shown up as well. This should be GG, and he can't get the spray. Yabi will do it, and it's Astralis to make the grand final here in Bucharest.
HooXi is dragging his teammates, kicking and screaming into the grand finals. And I mean that literally, because we heard them screaming, and he said, please stop, calm down.
No, that was a captain's game coming out from HooXi, because a couple of...